What's up, guys? Sixers live reactions. Let's go.
Let's go. This ain't the fuck night. Oh, this game can heat stink.
Oh shit!
It's gone.
What is up, guys? Welcome to another edition of Fan Friday. As always, I'm your host, Jake Friel, along with Dan Shriok. No Pete tonight. Pete's actually at the Sixers game right now. Before we get into it, the Sixers are currently up 74-59 against the Los Angeles Clippers. It didn't look good early. It wasn't looking good early. It was looking like we were going to get boat race, but they're coming back. Joel Embiid's playing at MVP level again. I think he's just over 30, or he's right there. He's going to get over 30 again tonight for, I think it's the 12th game. I think it's 12 out of 13 now when he gets over 30, obviously, but we got a jam-packed show. Obviously, Sixers versus Clippers live reactions. Philadelphia Eagles future. What's going on with what's going to happen with Jalen Hurts? Are the Eagles going to pursue a quarterback in the offseason, despite what Howie Roseman and Nick Sirianni said, calling Jalen Hurts the guy for 2022? What's the future going to look like? What's free agency going to look like? We got a lot to talk about, and obviously, we got the NFL Divisional Round preview. And as always, got your call-ins. Fam, if you want to hop in, join the conversation, whatever you want to talk about, it's all on the table. Message us on social media, Facebook or Instagram at A2D Radio. Just be like, hey, send me the link. I want to hop on, want to talk about this or that, whatever sports topic you want to talk about, you're more than welcome to come on. We are live from Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Also, if you're not able to catch us on our live broadcast, if you're just listening to the audio version of our show right now, we're also available on Spotify, Spreaker, Google Play, Android Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. We're everywhere. We're everywhere. And we're taking over, doing what we do best. Best sports talk out there. Right now, the Philadelphia 76ers are up 75-61. But before we get into that, Fan Friday is brought to you by Gleason's Bar. Gleason's Bar is located at 6700 Mill Creek Road in Levittown, PA. Use promo code A2D for 10% off your order whenever you dine in, take out, or order online at Gleason'sBarandSteaks.com. Website again is Gleason'sBarandSteaks.com. With promo code A2D, get yourself 10% off. And our poll question is also brought to you by All Campus. All Campus is giving 20% off everything in their store, including shirts, hats, and our team cornhole and their team cornhole sets, to all our subscribers. So all you have to do is click the little subscribe on our YouTube channel, get 20% off the whole store. John's basically giving his store away. John's basically giving his whole store away for 20% off. You can't beat it. But our poll question for tonight, Joel Embiid is the best player in the NBA right now. Agree or disagree? Dan, what do you think?
I mean, I think I've made it pretty known.
Put your mic close to your mouth. I can't hear you. Sorry.
Good?
Yeah, you're good.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I think I've made it pretty known that, especially the way he's been playing as of late, I feel like for me, I think he's jumped up into the top three as far as players in the world. As much as we want to say how old LeBron is, you can still see what he's doing, regardless of the team's record.
Mm-hmm.
He's still just putting up crazy numbers, and then KD. So, but I would say he's above both those guys right now, just because of the kind of level that he's been playing at, especially at this point, I'm going to say last 2 months, because he's probably going to win. He's probably going to win Player of the Month for January also.
The second straight month. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll definitely agree to this one. Yeah.
Yeah. So talking about the MVP conversation right now, I was looking at it. NBA.com currently has at least for the top three. I'm just going to go with the top three right now. NBA.com's updated MVP ladder. Number 1, Nikola Jokic. Number 2, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And number 3, Joel Embiid. And right now, like you said, Dan, I think he's playing above a lot of these guys. Now, obviously, Jokic and Giannis are playing out of their minds also.
Yeah.
But it's just, it's crazy for as dominant as Joel Embiid's been. And we've talked about it so much, Dan, to where we thought he was at his peak last year. And somehow he's gotten better. Somehow he's I don't know how he did. I don't know how he does it. He's only 27 years old. He has I think we've talked about it multiple times too, to where he has a long career left. I think at least another 5-6 years if he can stay healthy. Now, again, talking about Joel Embiid, that's asking a lot. But if he continues playing at this level, my goodness. You love to see it. And like you said, he could win Player of the Month for the second straight month in a row, which I don't think has happened since I don't know how long. But if anyone has the stats on that, please let us know. But to the poll, looking at it right now, yeah, you have to say Joel Embiid. And you can talk about Nikola Jokic. I see people on Twitter all the time, at least this past week, to where they're like, oh, Joel Embiid has him beat in every statistical category. I mean, that's nice. But again, that's what people like to look at. They like to look at stats. They like to look at numbers. God forbid people use their eyes. But yeah, right now, I think it has to be Joel Embiid. It has to be Joel Embiid right now. He's dominating in all facets. I think right now he's, 12 of his last 13, like I said earlier, with 30 plus point games. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, I agree with the poll. The Sixers right now, we're at the tail end of the third quarter. Sixers up 78-66. Dan, do you have the
Yeah, I have the numbers.
Okay, cool.
What
do we got?
So obviously start with Joel. He's got 29, 12 boards, 5 assists. So he'll definitely hit that 30 plateau again. Tobias is 13. We got Isaiah Joe starting tonight, which was kind of nice to see. His minutes have dropped off in the second half, but he's got 3 points. Maxi's put in 16 tonight. Good to see. Niang with 7 off the bench. Brown Jr. with 2. Drummond with 5. And Cork also in the starting lineup with 5.
So 5, Jesus. Embiid's carrying again.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it at this point.
I hear you, but after a while, it's going to break.
Yeah.
That's my concern. But yeah, no, this team still needs playmakers. There was a quote from Doc Rivers that we put up on our social media a couple hours ago. I'll read it real quick. Doc Rivers says, and I quote, playmaking will be something I think we need. I've had a lot of success with great teams. I've had a lot of success getting teams to the playoffs and never struggled with that. But you need playmakers in the playoffs. You just do. Yeah, that's a fact.
Absolutely.
That's an absolute fact.
That's
go ahead.
That's one of the aspects. As much as we hate Ben Simmons and we know that he disappears in the playoffs, that's one aspect of his game and rebounding for that matter, that without him on this team, it's obviously lacking, and we've seen it all season.
Yep.
So,
yeah, no, absolutely. And we talked about it a couple of days ago to where everyone was reacting to Daryl Morey's interview earlier this week, talking about the trade deadline and that whole thing. And Dan, I know you wanted to mention something earlier about that whole conversation, because there was a lot. If you guys haven't listened to that interview, there was a lot that they covered in that interview.
Yep. It was very well done by the station that did it. I will say that. But the information that this guy gives off as a GM, well, like whatever you want to call him, he's a GM. I know he's the president of basketball operations, but
he's the GM. Yeah.
Yeah. For him to kind of put out there the information that he did, I think he's just straightforward and to the point. The first thing that kind of just stuck my eye out there when he was basically they brought up the Kings situation and they asked him, basically, does that package interest you? And with him responding that, well, yeah, I mean the Kings have stuff that would interest us.
Mm-hmm.
You don't normally hear GMs just kind of go out there and say that.
Right.
Now at the end of the day, he also retorted and kind of pushed back saying it's probably less likely than likely that they would do something at the deadline. But he's at the end of the day, I feel like he's just posturing. There's 20 days before the deadline.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's the vibe I got too.
Yeah. But if we're looking at this, I feel like at the end of the day, that's where he's going to go. It just makes too much sense. The pieces that are there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be, it's definitely going to be a multi-team deal. That's the other thing that he brought up multiple times in this interview was the kind of the want or the need of multiple teams to be involved in a trade.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's because he really is just trying to facilitate this thing where he offloads Tobias's contract too.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's all just trying to offload Tobias's contract because it's a bad contract, as it is him trying to offload money into a contract that's either more reasonable or easier to get rid of. Mm-hmm. So he can get the guy in the offseason. Mm-hmm. We know the guy that he wants, but
right.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be an interesting, couple weeks to see what facilitates out of this. And,
mm-hmm.
I mean, every day, we didn't hear much today, but it seems like every other day we're hearing stuff as far as rumors.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. And for a fact, the closer we get to the trade deadline, you're just going to hear rumor mills left and right. And, oh, well, this team's talking to this team. This GM had a conversation with a GM from the Western Conference. It's just it's a whole thing. So, it's interesting, right? Talking about the interview with Daryl Morey, to where, like you said, Dan, I do believe he was posturing a little bit because that's just Daryl Morey's personality. He has a lot of confidence, and obviously you want that from your GM. But at the same time, I feel like with certain things, when it comes to like GM speak, I feel like a good amount of it is blowing smoke, and a good amount of it, I also feel, especially with Daryl Morey, he's being honest. But getting into that Sacramento Kings conversation, you throw De'Aaron Fox in there, I'm doing that same deal all day. If you keep that whole deal together and you throw De'Aaron Fox in there, I'm doing it. I'll do it in a second. Because we're at this point now to where teams are starting to get a little desperate, right? I think the Sacramento Kings right now, let me just look real fast. The Sacramento Kings are 18-29. So they need all the help they can get. And if they think it's Ben Simmons, more power to you.
So I've been watching them late in the night, the last couple games because one, I haven't been able to sleep, but two is just I'm trying to get a better eye than just like seeing them when they play the Sixers or seeing them when they're on national televised basketball, which it don't happen. You don't see the Kings on TNT or ESPN or nothing like that.
No, you do not.
There's a lot that I like from Fox, and Halliburton's been injured.
Mm-hmm.
That organization and that basketball team is just horrific. I watched them lose, I think it was 2 nights ago, to Detroit. And I don't know if Don's in here yet.
Yeah, he's in here. I see him.
But it was bad. I mean, I think they were up 10 points with like Sacramento was up by 10 with like 2 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
And they blew the lead.
Oh, yeah.
They ended up losing by like 5 points or something like that. Like
Mhm.
it's just a horribly ran organization. I don't know if they just don't know how to mix and match talent at the end of the day.
Mhm.
But I know Morey is looking at that, not only looking at that because of how dysfunctional they are, but he
Right.
also has a rapport with their GM.
Mhm.
So that's something to kind of look at. I don't know if they worked under the same tree in Houston, if that's the case, but
Makes it better for us.
yeah, exactly. And he's obviously probably more comfortable, facilitating a trade with
Oh
him.
yeah, absolutely. And by all means, if it means offloading both Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris, I'll be all for it. There you go. Tobias made a shot. There we go. Sixers are up 82-76 with just a little bit under 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter, 8:55 to be exact. Tobias Harris right now is 15 points. So listen, they're earlier in this game, like I touched on earlier. This game looks like we were going to get boat raced. We looked like we were going to get boat raced by a very injured Clippers team, and they came back and they've dominated ever since. So you can't complain there. Been neglecting the fam a little bit. I apologize. Before I get to you guys, let's get into the comments real quick. Our comment section tonight is brought to you by FanUp. FanUp is the best way to enjoy fantasy sports, daily NFL contests, and more. Win great prizes. Sign up today. Use promo code A2D for 5,000 bonus points, which is a $50 value at fanup.app. The promo code again is A2D for 5,000 bonus points, a $50 value. You can challenge your friends. They have great contests all the time. And even for the ladies out there, you can put a little money on The Bachelor, Real Housewives. I think it's Atlanta. That's another contest they're doing. So I don't watch it, but I dabble. I'm not gonna lie. I dabble a little bit.
More power to him.
Yeah, exactly.
That's different.
I was so curious when I looked at it too. I'm like, how do you do this with a reality show? Like Bachelor, I kind of get, but like, how do you do it with Real Housewives?
Yeah.
So, listen, they have everything. You can challenge your friends. You can challenge me. You can challenge Tom. You can challenge a bunch of the guys from A2D. We're always on the app. It's a lot of fun. You can win a bunch, and I mean a bunch of awesome prizes. Go and check those guys out. Again, the promo code is A2D for 5,000 bonus points, which is a $50 value. Let's get to the fam real quick. Bryce Blackwell. What's up, Bryce? Rob Povia from the Hockey Happy Hour. You can check those guys out on Tuesday nights. Says no lies. Best in the biz. He agrees to the poll. No one's hotter than JoJo right now. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. There's nobody in the NBA that's hotter right now. What's up, Don? Brian Daly, also from the Hockey Happy Hour. What's up, fellas?
What's up?
Brian Daly also says he agrees to the poll. He's putting up huge numbers pretty much not pretty much by himself, Brian.
Yeah.
By himself. He's doing this all by himself. Now again, Maxi's starting to develop into a nice player. I'm not going to lie. And oh my God, why am I forgetting his name? Matisse Thybulle. You already know what he is as a defender. Let's see. Bryce also says, Jake, I'm DMing on IG. What's the link? I'll send the link over to you in a little bit, Bryce. I message you. You got it. Brian Daly double dipping on YouTube. Love it. What's up to Bryce? Chuck's Moranin from Birds of a Feather on Thursday nights. Listen, if you want Birds talk, you go right to those guys. And listen, it's the offseason right now. Pete and Chuck's. You want your draft info? Go to those guys. Want your tape breakdowns? Go to Chuck's. They cover it all. They do a great job over there. Chuck's also says he agrees to the poll. Brian Daly says, I think we've all been looking for a playmaker. Yeah, absolutely. And I'll touch on this real quick. God forbid, and I don't want it to happen. And I texted Dan the other night is I don't want Joel Embiid's career to not necessarily be wasted, because it's not a wasted career, because if he keeps going at this rate, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. But I want him to win a championship here more than anything. More than I want to see the Flyers win a championship, the Eagles to win it again, the Phillies to win another title, which would always be nice. But what I want to see more than anything is Joel Embiid to win a title for the city because he loves this city, he understands the city, and he's the biggest star in Philadelphia. You can argue Bryce Harper, but it's Joel Embiid.
Well, and this city is obviously a football town first and foremost, but like we don't need to get it twisted. If the Sixers won a championship, this city would go absolutely berserk. Like not just because it's a championship, but honestly, at this point, it's Eagles and it's Sixers. Like, I mean, I feel like there's just as much of a fan base for the Sixers as there is for the Eagles for the most part. I mean,
oh yeah, absolutely.
Football's different.
Absolutely. Well, it's always like that debate, right? Like I feel like when the Eagles are hot, everyone says, "Oh, this is a football town. This is a football city, most knowledgeable fan base in all of football." And then when the Sixers are hot, if you remember when we had Jimmy Butler in that year, everyone's like, "Oh, this is a basketball city. We're dominant. We're the best team in basketball." Like, and just it always switches, right? Depending on how the teams do. But yeah,
when they went to the finals in 2000 against the Lakers, I was young.
Yeah, so was I.
13 or 14 or something. Maybe a little bit older.
I was 6.
But I remember just like it being nuts. And it like then it was like the time, and I feel like that was like the first time where I saw everybody had like the car flag that you put in the window, and it was like every other car was a Sixers flag, and it was just crazy. Like everywhere you went, it wasn't to the extent where it was like I went to New Orleans before, and it was like "Go Birds" randomly.
That's weird.
Just wearing an Eagles hat.
That's weird.
But the same kind of vibe. Like if this team makes it to the finals, like, you know, the city's gonna go nuts.
Oh, absolutely. And especially if they win the finals, that would be even more insane. But again, it depends on who and what we get at the trade deadline. But we'll see. Well, before I forget too, they also talked about the Ben Simmons conversation, right? To where what was it? They were saying they don't think he doesn't anticipate anything happening with Ben this season. Or he doesn't anticipate like a big trade, and we all know what they were alluding to when they talk about a big trade. And Daryl's never going to say, he's like, "Oh yeah, we have something in the works." They're never going to say that. So it's just, we'll see. We'll see.
It was like the way he worded it too.
Right. Okay, like, it's not just me. Okay.
Yeah, he's like it's less likely than likely.
Yeah.
Like why didn't you just say? Why didn't you just say it's probably not going to happen this year?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you could have easily just said that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Sean says, "What's up, guys? What's up, Sean?
What's up?
You guys see that little circle around Sean's comment right there? Hold on, let me find it real quick. We have a bunch of sponsors. Goodness gracious! But he is an A2D member, $9.99 a month for." Let's break it down real quick. $9.99 a month. Fam only live streams coming soon. Discount A2D merch. Weekly sports picks from Nate Moss and the Money Pot podcast. Listen, if you want to, you got to spend a little money to make a lot of money. And let me tell you, Nate's made us a lot of money. And I'm not even posturing. And so is Wilson from Agree to Disagree. You can check those guys out also on Sundays. But you have your daily fantasy with Wilson, and then you have your weekly picks with Nate Moss from the Money Pot podcast, which you can also check him out on Sundays. So you have everything. You have everything. Sean also says, "I definitely agree with the poll, and I don't think he's being talked about enough for his level of play." Yeah, no, absolutely. And God forbid we and anybody gets love in the city of Philadelphia from the national media. God forbid. But no, he's dominating, and I completely agree, Sean. No one's talking about it enough. For whatever reason, no one's really talking about it right now. But I think if you get him on another TNT game Embiid has another 30-plus point game, I think the conversation amps up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
A lot of it. So talking to a lot of like NBA fans that are kind of spread out, you get a good idea like on Twitter, honestly.
Oh yeah, yep.
So there's like a lot of I don't like the spaces thing on Twitter where you can basically like start your own chat. There's a lot of NBA ones out there, and sometimes I hop in them just to kind of hear, because the majority of their time they're not Sixers related. They're just generalized NBA spaces where fans get in there and talk about, last night's games, or recently it's been like trade rumors.
Right.
It's weird because I feel like a lot of the disparage that Joel gets as far as like not being better than Jokic is because of how cocky he has been, or like his personality.
Yep.
Which is really, it's strange to me. Like, I get you might not like that, like seeing that as another fan, but like, it's good for the game because it's entertaining. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Well, the issue is too, and I've heard other people talk about Joel Embiid. They're like, "Oh, I hate him. He's so cocky, so this, and he's so that." And I tell everyone all the time, I'm like, "Listen, if you had him on your team, you would love him constantly, and you would defend him constantly, because he's just that good of a player." And like I said, he fits Philadelphia for that reason. He'll dominate and he'll talk shit. That's what everyone gravitates to in this city. He's just so good. He's so good.
It's the best, man.
Let's see what else we got here. I'm going to demolish your name. I'm sorry. Ulrich Demaya. I think I said that right. Ulrich Demaya. Do the Clippers have a chance to win on a head-to-head match? Talking about this game, I think he is. Well, I mean, the Clippers are cutting the lead down right now. It's 83-89. Sixers still have the lead with 5 minutes and 37 seconds left. Sixers currently have the ball. Maxey passing to Embiid. Embiid fumbles it. Embiid's holding on to it. Embiid's dribbling. Passes to Maxey. Passes to Furk. Passes to Tobias. Nice play. There you go.
That pass to Maxey, so what you brought up earlier in the show about him getting better. And I know I brought this up, I think it was last week or the week before, about him just adding stuff to his game. Did you see the tweet by it's his like workout guy in the offseason?
Who, Embiid?
Yeah, Drew Hanlon. He was actually
his trainer. Yeah.
Yeah, remember he worked on Markelle Fultz's shot.
Oh, yeah.
His shot was broken.
If
anybody has the chance to go out and look at this when the show's over, he posted a video, and it shows a lot of Embiid's work.
Wow, what a pass!
Yeah,
sorry.
I saw
Holy
it too.
Shit.
But basically the video that he tweeted out shows it's basically images that live video that goes from like moves that Joel's doing. And then it cuts to like Kobe. It cuts to It cuts to Shaq. And it's eerie like how similar the movements are. I know like Joe's done a lot of stuff with Dirk in terms of like mimicking step backs and stuff like that. So for this guy to kind of like try to emulate great players, and he's doing great things now. But that, if you guys get a second, take a look at that video. It's
a phenomenal video, and I'm actually happy you brought this up because I wasn't going to mention this because I forgot. But you're seeing all these people being like, "Oh, how dare you compare him to Hakeem and all these great," like it's not comparing. It's like you just look at the similar movements and all their other all-time greats, their signature moves that Joel Embiid has emulated. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. And God forbid people realize that on social media. They think you're comparing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Joel Embiid is the next this. Joel Embiid is the next that. Joel Embiid with 33 points. The Sixers are up 93-88 with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. looking good right now. They're coming back a little bit. Clippers are coming back a little bit. Shooting for 3. Oh boy, here we go. 91-93, 3 minutes and 50 seconds left. Oh God. Don't do this to me. We were down 11-4 run in the last 2 minutes for the Clippers. Goodness gracious. Yeah, but no. But getting back to that video that you were talking about, it's a phenomenal video from top to bottom. But if
look at that pass.
Finish
that. Oh my
come on,
God.
Charlie Brown. I just want to say that.
This guy's vision.
It's gotten better.
It's phenomenal.
Oh no, don't do this to me. Woo! There you go, Joe.
Wow.
He came not across the court, but he was at the top of the key, and he came all the way down to block that shot. Wow. Joel Embiid helping out hold the lead. Whew.
That's what does it for me. Like anytime that I've had conversations with people about the Joker and Embiid, like I obviously start off like this is not me trying to be like a homer or anything, but like defensively and just like athletically, Joel's got him. Like he's got him beat on those two aspects of his game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I give Jokic like the passing. Like he has that 100%. But you're seeing Joel get better at that now. Yeah. Like he's making passes now where it's like, how the hell did he do that? And I don't know if it's just like he might even had this last year and we just didn't see it because Ben, like I don't know. Maybe we didn't see it because Joel's handling the ball more now.
Right.
But it's scary, man.
Oh, it's absolutely scary. And the other thing is too, if anyone remembers, if you remember when Joel Embiid first came in the league, when he was doing interviews, people would ask him all the time, who do you emulate your game to? And he'd always say Hakeem. He'd always say the greats, like the Shaqs, the Hakeem Olajuwons. And that, obviously Hakeem was his main inspiration when he was learning about basketball. And but if you guys remember this, when Joel Embiid's how he learned to shoot, you said, if you guys remember that, that little quote from Joel Embiid, it was, oh my God, it was probably 5-6 years ago when he was dealing with like that foot injury. If you guys remember that, he had to go to, oh my God, I forget where he had to go. He had to go out of the country to get his foot fixed. But he was saying it during that time, oh my God, speaking of a shot, what a shot by Joel. Woo! Sixers up 96-91. But I remember it was, like 5 or 6 years ago, like I was saying. And while Joel Embiid was recovering, he learned to shoot by watching white people shoot. That was his thing. He's like, I just watch white people shoot the basketball. That's how I learned. I'm like, okay.
You gotta love his honest. Like the dude's like honest as can be. Like he
just says it how it is. But like it's funny too. Oh, Maxie, what are you doing? There you go. Get the ball. All right, there you go. Whew, that could have been bad. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. Yang for the 3. Kills you. Absolutely kills you. Sean said, if you add Fox into the exact deal, I'm taking it. Yeah, absolutely. And we made the post, I think it was a couple days ago, talking about the Sixers Sacramento Kings trade proposal, like the original one. I said I'd take it, but looking back at it now, I mean, again, I'd still take it because I think it's a phenomenal deal. But if you can get the Aaron Fox in there, and then you get James Harden in the offseason, just saying. I'm not going to say chip because I don't want to jinx anything, but
come on.
Odds are looking pretty good. Oh, God, here we go for 3.
Rebound, man.
Tie game. Oh, God. 96-96 with 1:47 left in the fourth quarter.
Rebounding is going to kill this fucking team.
Buckle in, Dan. We're coming in for a landing. Buckle up. Oh, Lord. Come on, Joe. Oh, Joe.
You need a fucking point guard.
Joe with the turnover. With the pass. Clippers are up 98-96 with 1:30 left in the quarter. Sixers called the timeout. Don't
can't even be mad at him.
No, you can't.
Because he shouldn't be handling the ball at the top of the fucking key. Like, this is where, and Who brought up that last comment about Fox?
Sean.
Okay. I forgot to bring this up when we were talking about the whole Morey thing. What he said. If you listen to what he said when they asked him basically, like what he was looking for in a package, he's like, we want a top. Now he went from 25 to now 40. So he has. That's another thing that we took from this that I didn't bring up. He has lowered his bar in terms of players.
Right.
But he said he wants a top 40 player, a young up-and-coming player, and pieces.
Put two and two together.
Yeah, so if I'm listening to that, he wants Fox.
Yep.
He wants Halliburton. And he wants another piece.
Yeah.
You ain't getting that.
No.
I mean, I might say that, and 3 weeks from now,
he fleeces
Sacramento might do it. But that's a lot. Like,
oh yeah, that's absolutely a lot. And then you throw Tobias in there too. I mean, the money matches almost, but if you could get those two contracts off your books, and oh my God, could you imagine? Then they somehow get James Harden in the offseason. Now, the James Harden thing with me personally, I think they should have done it last year. That's just my opinion. Yep. But if you can get him in the offseason, then by all means. Yeah, absolutely. Harden's what now? He's 33, right?
33 or 34, yeah.
Okay. So he's a little bit on the older side. But again, when you have a shot like his, you can basically play till you're 40.
Yeah.
With the shot that he's got. So I mean,
he plays good defense. Like that's the other thing. A lot of people are just assume that like, oh, he's just a guy that's going to come in and put up, 35 or 40 points. And yeah, he can pass. He's a good passer, but he doesn't give anything on the other end. He's led the league in steals. Like he has led the league in steals. So, I mean, I'm not saying he's not going to be a Ben Simmons type defender, but he'll defend.
Oh yeah, he'll absolutely defend. But if you're talking, I'd much rather have obviously James Harden from the Houston days, but we know that's not going to
absolutely
that'll never happen again. But
at this point,
just imagining De'Aaron Fox and James Harden with Joel Embiid is just a scary thought.
Yeah.
It's a very scary thought.
At this point, like what they really need, even if they don't make this trade, at the end of the day, if they don't make this trade because they're trying to do something bigger, we're going to have to be okay with it.
Yeah.
They have to get a veteran point guard. I don't care if it's in a buyout. I don't care. It doesn't matter what it is.
Right.
I love Maxey. Come playoff time, come down the line. I mean, we're seeing it right now in late game shit. Like you got the ball in Joel's hands at the top of the key. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know. But real quick, we have 42 people watching on YouTube. We only have 9 likes. What are we doing? Come on. What are we doing? Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, be notified about all our uploads, all our live shows. We have live shows every day. Listen, if you don't like me and Dan, I understand. If you don't like me and Dan, that's fine. But we have shows all throughout the week, bunch of different personalities. It's like an ice cream shop. There's a flavor for everybody. It's a little bit of something for everybody. Little something. It's a little something for everybody. But
I don't have the volume on. What the hell just happened?
What are they calling here? What is the
diluted? What happened?
So the Sixers have the ball? I'm so confused. And this is the disadvantage we have, right? Of doing like live reactions when you have to have your TV muted and that whole thing. Oh wow, okay. Come on, Tobias. Come on, Tobias. What's up, Rosca? Let's go, Tobias. Come on, give us the other one. Give us the other one. Last time Sixers lost a lead by 24 plus. It was November 18th, 2017 against the Warriors. Woo. Nice rebound by Joe.
Take him, Joe.
Give me a 3.
There he is.
Nice pass. Shoot it. Come on, Maxey. Pass. Shoot.
He's been.
Cork.
Oh my gosh.
Clippers up 98-97 with a minute to go. Oh, Lord. Buckle in. Buckle in.
It's too easy. Oh, we missed it.
We didn't make it. Wow. Oh, my God. 49 seconds left. Excuse me. Clippers up 98-97. So who kicked the ball? Because they were saying kick.
No, I think they called a foul on Joe.
Is that what they did? Okay. Because I saw the ref give the kicking motion. I thought they were saying kick ball.
Maybe, you know what? I think you're right. I thought they called a foul on Joe. That's too easy.
Way too easy. Clippers up 197 with 38 seconds left. Oh, boy. Maxey has the ball. Maxey passes to Tobias. Tobias handling. Tobias passes to Maxey. Maxey handling. Maxey passes to Niang. Niang to Maxey. Maxey to Embiid. Oh, wow. What a block by the Clippers. 22 seconds left.
He's going to end up killing himself.
Yeah. Listen, if Embiid made that dunk, the whole building would have collapsed. Dude, he almost made it in, too.
Yeah, and one.
Wow. The place would have blown the hell up. All right. 22 seconds left. Clippers up 100-97. Oh. Why do they do this to me? Joel Embiid with 36 points.
But now
can we get him help, please? For the love of God, can we get him help?
Now you've wasted too much time on the clock, so now you have to foul.
You have to. See, this is the part I hate the most. Because the last 22 seconds are going to take like 5 minutes. That's the only thing that annoys me, because the last couple seconds in a close game take forever. Yeah, Sean said that was almost a nasty poster. Yeah. If he made that, I would have gone nuts. I would have lost my mind. All right, what are we doing? Korkmaz is out right now. And be going for a second free throw. Again, 22 seconds left. Clippers up 100-98. 1 point game right now. 100-99. 22 seconds left. Doc rallying the troops, getting everyone together. Doc, what are you smiling for? What are we doing? Of course, it's a commercial, too. Why do they do this to me? Why do they do this to me? Goodness.
You want a quick stat update?
Yep, go for it.
All right. Joel's got 38.
Okay.
13 boards, 6 assists. He's 3 for 3 from deep. 14 for 24 from the field. So he's shooting the ball. Fantastic. Maxey's got 19. Tobias has 20.
Gotcha. Okay. See, I hate this. I hate this so much. Last couple of seconds. Listen, if we can pull out this win, I'll be happy. But this is just a brutal loss if they can't pull this together.
You're up by 24 points.
Yeah, exactly. And the stat was, I think it was the last 24-plus point blown lead was in, I think it was said November 12th, 2017 against the Golden State Warriors. Well, let's not update that stat, please.
Yeah. Well, and you'll have a brutal first quarter and a brutal fourth quarter that killed you at the end of the day.
And Joel Embiid almost has 40 points.
Yep.
Just coming off a 50-point game the other night. Goodness gracious. All right, Clippers looking to pass it inbounds. And they do.
You got a foul.
All right, Joel Embiid got the foul. I have to tie this game. Oh, geez. I have to tie this game up with a 3. Shot clocks are off. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Goodness gracious. 93 people watching. We appreciate it. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Follow us everywhere. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. We're everywhere. Hit the follow. Follow us on all our podcast platforms. We're on Spreaker, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts. We're everywhere. Anywhere you can find your podcasts, we're right there.
Can we get a miss here?
Don't call it into existence, piece. Don't do it. 101.99 with 18.2 left to go. This is going to kill me. Please miss it. Of course not. It's a free throw. That's why they're free. 102.99 with 18.2 left. Good Lord. See, I was looking to have a good night, looking to relax, talk with Dan and the fan that would be coming on, have a good conversation, some Sixers basketball, some Eagles talk, a little bit of NFL divisional playoff conversation. But no, we got, God forbid. These last couple minutes kill me. I swear. These last couple minutes kill me. He says, I swear, I'm sick of this team. Always blow big leads, and this is why I don't watch basketball that much anymore. Listen, I hear you. I'm almost. I was going to say, I'm almost in the same boat.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of answered. Well, I don't want to say answered your own question, but you kind of made your own point at the end there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is basketball. Like, it's a game of runs. So,
well, especially with the Sixers over the past couple of years, we had we went on a run for a while a couple years ago where we were just blowing leads left and right. Yeah. Reggie Jackson with 19 points, Joel Embiid with 38.
But this is a prime example. Like, I know Tobias is 20 and Maxey has 19, but you're literally your other two guys from your starting lineup. Now I know they're bench guys.
Yeah,
have 8 points from those two players, 5 from Korkmaz, 3 from from Isaiah Joe. That ain't getting it done at all.
No,
I don't care if they're bench guys or not. They're just gonna give up.
There you go, Joe. Going for a dunk.
Oh
boy, 102. I need a steal here.
Oh, foul.
Okay, foul him. Clippers up 102-101 with 9 seconds left. Oh goodness! We need a miss. I'll take a miss. I'll take a miss all day, just so we don't have to shoot from 3. Oh boy! Again, 102. Clippers up 1 point with 9.4 left to go. Let's get a frosty. Let's get a. There we go. That's one.
I was just gonna say too. He's like
That's
80.
One.
He's like 80. He's an 88% free throw shooter this season.
That's one. Let's get the frosty.
Sixers have any timeouts?
I don't know. Give me the frosty. Give me the frosty.
You missed it.
Yes.
Are you fucking kidding me? Oh
my God.
You have. They called it out of bounds.
Oh,
they called it out of bounds.
Oh, thank God.
God.
5.2 left. Sixers have the ball, which looked like it was going to be a total disaster. You get free frosties, and then disaster happens. Oh, don't review this, please. Don't do this to me. Passes inbound to Maxey. Maxey has the ball. 3 seconds left. Maxey shoots.
What?
Oh, my God. The ball got stuck. It's so deflating. Wow. Of course it gets stuck. At least he's not scared to take a shot.
Yeah.
At least he's not scared to take the last minute shot. Oh my goodness.
Damn.
Tough loss. Tough loss.
They needed a timeout there.
Yeah, they
Had
did.
a timeout. They would
It would have
have.
been fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
it would have been fine. That's brutal, especially in basketball, losing by 1 point. That sucks. Can we get Joel Embiid some help, please? For the love of Christ. Yeah, Paulo, I hear you. Doc misses big leads. Yeah. That's part of it. Don has a question. He says, question with the roster, how far does the Sixers go in the playoff? It's tough, Don, right? Because obviously the trade deadline hasn't happened yet. Obviously, after the trade deadline, we'll have more of a, I would think, a more clear idea of the direction where this team will go. I mean, will they make the playoffs? Yes. How far they'll go?
Currently constructed. It depends on who they play.
Yeah,
I mean,
they could get to the second round, but
Yeah.
that's it. That's it. It's going to be another second round exit again, which I don't want, but I don't know. I don't know. It's frustrating, but that's basketball. You can't win them all. So, and we appreciate everyone watching. 22 people watching on YouTube, 61 on Facebook. We appreciate all of you. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the follow. Follow us on all our social media, A2D Radio, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. And we're also on Instagram. So give us a follow there. Yeah, frustrating. Very, very frustrating. RJ Francisco says he's watching from the Philippines. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, RJ. Easy money, Doc Rivers for you. Nothing. Trust me, easy. I know the struggle.
I mean, I don't think this is a we can't blame.
No, I can't put it all on Doc Rivers. No, I'm not going to say that. But it's just it's the history of Doc Rivers. That's just unfortunately how it goes sometimes. But I mean,
we blew a 20-point lead. I get that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think they were 4 for 17 to start the game shooting.
It was something like that. Yeah. Actually, you know what? No. Here's what I'm going to do. I blame this loss on Pete. Pete decided to not join us tonight. He decided to go to the Clippers game. I'm blaming Pete. Yeah. It's Pete's fault. There you go. Now everybody's happy. I blame Pete.
You're to stay away from the Wells Fargo Center.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's a Flyers game. Because you're going to lose no matter what.
Yes, Flyers stink. Goodness. Ugh. It's bad. It's really bad. B says 76ers are just the NBA version of the Atlanta Falcons. Oh, my God. Don't do that.
That's kind
of At least the Sixers have championships, Beast. At least they have that.
Wait, are you calling Joel Embiid Matt Ryan? That's kind of disrespectful.
Good quarterback.
Never got an MVP.
Yeah. I mean, Embiid is on the way to get an MVP, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Emil says Doc always choking big leads, not surprised at all. Yeah, but again, this loss I can't put all on Doc. I can't.
That's the NBA though. Everybody says that,
and
it's because it's Doc Rivers. It literally happens to every single team. I'm talking a handful of times a year.
Yeah. It happens, but again, that's just part of it. Yeah. But fam, listen. If you want to hop on the show, you have a sports take you want to tell us, or you have a certain sports topic you want to talk about, hit us up in the DMs, either on Facebook or Instagram. Just message us being like, hey, I'm watching your show. Send me the link. I want to hop on and talk about this, talk about that. Let us know. Hit us up on social media. Ethan says, got to give it to Embiid there. Yeah, no, absolutely. The guy's been balling out. He's been balling out constantly.
You mean at the end of the game?
Is that what he's talking about? The end of the game?
Yeah, because if he's talking about the end of the game, you got 5 seconds. You have to go the length of the floor.
Yeah,
Maxi. You saw him. He's the fastest guy on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time he got to, I'm pretty sure just beyond the arc, there was half a second left. So he really didn't have
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't enough time on the clock.
No,
unfortunately. But yeah, I agree. I would, if it was possible, that's the guy I want the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Have his hands on,
All right, so gotta Lovely member of the fam in the back. Hold on a minute. Let me get him in here real quick. What up, Bryce?
Yo, what's going on?
What's up, Bryce?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good.
Yelling at the TV too much, Bryce?
Oh no. This is how I talk.
He's like,
I was born premature. That's why I talk like this.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Right.
So I'm not a Sixers fan, but
Now I feel bad.
it's all good.
Okay.
I'm not a Sixers fan, but y'all should have drafted Brandon Ingram. But you know,
Bryce, listen. This is why I love you, and you've been with us forever. I said it. If we did not take Ben Simmons, that's who I wanted. I wanted Brandon Ingram. I love Brandon Ingram. Again,
y'all could have drafted Murray from that Denver has.
Yeah,
All of options. Y'all just picked Ben Simmons, and
I would have loved those two guys, but here's my thing. Like, Ingram's always injured, and ironically, he just got injured again. Now he has an ankle injury, and he's out.
Yeah.
So like, it seems like he's injured all the time. But I agree with you. Like, I would obviously, looking at the situation now, I would love to have Ingram over Ben because he would be on the floor and playing and contributing.
Yeah.
But it sucks, man.
Like, there was so many options, and y'all picked Ben. I just was like y'all passed on Tracy McGrady, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett. Jesus,
man, you're just stabbing us today. Oh my God,
I'm just saying,
dropping all the names.
Bryce might not be a Sixers fan, but he did a little research. He's like, I'm not a Sixers fan, but you guys stink. You guys stink.
But listen, about the Flyers, until the ownership change, nothing's going to change with that.
I'm Bryce. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you.
Until they get Comcast out the way, we're going to suck ass. So,
yeah, that's just how it's going to go.
GM needs to go too.
Yeah. Who?
The team.
It's Chuck Fletcher, right?
Chuck Fletcher, the GM. Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's more ownership. I think if you had better ownership, I think that the general manager situation would be a lot better.
I agree with you 100%. I'm just saying, like, the GM at the end of the day, like, he's the hockey guy, so he constructed this roster, and like, if you look at the way he constructed the roster, he did it to turn this team around, and he didn't do him any favors. We see the way they're performing. You know what I mean? Like, this is the first time you've got 2 10-game losing streaks in the first 40 games of the season ever.
It's bad.
It's really bad.
So, about the Eagles. So, I think I'm not saying that Hurts won't come back. Like, I do support Hurts, no doubt. But he almost threw 6 picks on Sunday. That was bad. Like, he threw the 2 he threw, then he threw 2 in the double coverage that should have been picked off. And I just don't think the problem with Hurts that hurt him in Alabama, Oklahoma, was his accuracy and his arm. Yeah. It's still an issue. And it's like, man, like DeVonta Smith was pissed. And it's like, dude, like you gotta get better with that because he almost threw 6 picks. Like, honest to God, like he almost threw 6 picks.
Yeah. Did you see the there was a little clip that they showed during the game too, to where DeVonta Smith was yelling at Jalen Reagor. So that told me a lot. That told me a lot.
Yeah. Then I saw the clip of the coaches of Tampa Bay, like, you can't read the defense.
Yep.
That's not good.
Yeah. No.
And that also was a problem because when LSU played Oklahoma and dominated them, like Hurts couldn't read the defense. You know, it's just, and I think that, because I should agree with Chucks, you can get Russell Wilson or Watson without blowing up the team. You still got picks, and you might have like maybe 50, 60 million under the cap. We can still build the roster and still got a quarterback for the future. I mean, I'm not saying we should do it, but I think, I don't know. I don't know, because it's like I don't want to just keep going through this merry-go-round of quarterbacks, but it's like we need a franchise quarterback, and I don't know if Hurts the long-term answer.
Right.
You know, I thought Wentz was. We had some good moments.
We all did.
But, you know, we had some good moments, but obviously between the ears isn't there. And I do think, personally, I think that the media and, you know, Howie kind of pushed him out the door. It's a little bit. It's a little bit. It's a little bit. It's 50-50. It's 50-50.
Right.
Because, first of all, you paid him when you didn't have to pay him. Then you say, all right, you're the guy, but then you draft Jalen. Then you kind of had this tug of war where you don't draft certain players that you should have drafted.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Carson is sitting back like, am I the guy or what? Like, what are we doing here? You know, yes, he has his injury history. He's kind of wet between the ears. I get it. But a lot of quarterbacks, a lot of players did the same thing. And to this day, I think Aaron Rodgers told him, yo, get out. Do whatever you got to do. Get out. Get out.
Yep.
And how we kind of going back and forth and doing all this crap. And it's like, dude, okay, I get it. He had a horrible year. I get it. But he did come back, had a decent year with Indianapolis, even though he, you know, stumbled at the end. I get it. And that's his own issues. We get it. And then there's also this obsession that people have. It's like, let it go. He's gone. Let it go.
Right.
Like let it go. Like, we got our own issues. We might not have a franchise quarterback. And we're sitting there laughing, oh, Wentz sucked. Oh, Wentz did that. Like, all right, let it go. Shit, he gave us a Super Bowl. We at least had a good 3-4 years good with him. Like, it is what it is. Let it go. Like, I get it, but let it go. It's stupid. It's annoying.
No, I hear you.
Like,
I hear you.
Let it go.
I mean, it is what it is now, right? I mean, it is what it is now. I mean, I appreciate the fact that he stayed healthy and gave us that first-round pick. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and we got a Super Bowl.
Right.
He balled out. We got a Super Bowl. You know, and he dragged the team to the playoffs until Clowney did cheap shot. You know, like, we had good moments with him. It is what it is.
Yeah,
it's over with. It's done. We need to focus on our team.
I'm with you, Bryce. I'm with you.
We need to see if we got a franchise quarterback. Because if we don't, you better go get Russell Wilson and build around that way. Now, if you want to keep Hurts, build around Hurts. If you don't, you got to make a decision. Because I don't know what the hell Howie was talking about, but it's like.
See, I'm about that trade though. Like,
make a decision.
Like what you were talking about, like in terms of like going after either Russ or Watson, because it's going to cost multiple first-round picks. But like us just assuming that it's going to cost us all 3 of our first-round picks this year, it's not going to happen. Like, you can give up one this year, and then you can give up one next year, and then something. Like, maybe it does cost 3 for.
I know, Frank. I know.
But like at the end of the day, like what I'm saying is like, for people just assuming that like they're going to want all of your first picks, the 3 that you have for this year, that ain't going to happen. That's not the way it works. Like, negotiations might start like that, but it's not going to end like that.
And then we got a lot of money. We're going to have money to spend. Like, because just hypothetically, we give up 2 first-round picks, or either a first this year or first next year. Then you do that. You go get Russell Wilson, or Watson, you know, whatever. You load up the team, and we go forward. That's what we do. Now, if you want to keep Jalen Hurts, then you build around him. You make some moves, and you build around him, and hopefully he gets better. If not, then you go get a quarterback that can do it. And let's go. Like this whole, you know.
Oh my God, Doc. What are we doing? Hold on, Bryce. I'm sorry. So this is a quote from Doc Rivers during postgame. A reporter asked him, what part of this loss would you attribute to coaching? Doc Rivers replies, would you ask Pop that question? No.
Oh God.
You wouldn't. So don't ask me that question. I've earned that. What are we doing?
He's comparing himself to
What
Greg
are we
Popovich.
doing? You're comparing yourself to Greg Popovich? What are we doing?
He's officially lost his fucking mind.
What are we doing?
Oh God!
You're comparing yourself to Pop. You're not even close to Pop.
At all.
Pop's one of the greatest coaches of all time, and all you do is choke in the playoffs. You haven't won anything since Boston.
How
What are
many
you
rings?
doing?
I was just gonna say, Bryce, all we need to do is ring check.
You haven't
Ring
won
check,
shit since
ring check.
Boston. What are we
My
talking
team,
about?
my team got more rings than him.
What the hell are we
We got-
talking about?
My team got 3.
Oh my God.
Going to get 4 soon, but we got 3 right now.
Try to sneak that in. I see you.
Got it. Gotta see that. Gotta see that.
Got it.
Wait, who's your squad, Bryce?
Oh, Miami.
Miami. Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm not mad at you. You got Jimmy. I'm not mad at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You already know.
Lost son.
Wow. Dude, I'm sick.
That's funny. That's
I'm
funny.
fucking sick.
Yeah, it actually pisses me off more now that he said that.
I'm sending this in our. Oh my God. I can't believe he said that. Again. All right. Hold on. Let me read this again.
Okay, go ahead.
One of our friendly reporters also tweeted it, our guy Kai Carlin. Same quote, but I'll read it again. A reporter asked, excuse me, what about this loss would you attribute to coaching? And he answered, would you ask Pop that question? No, you wouldn't. So don't ask me that question. I've earned that. What have you earned?
Why?
What are you doing?
So I don't understand.
Oh God.
So he answers a question and then he asks another question, but then he answers his question.
Yeah, like what the fuck? What the fuck are we doing? Like what are we talking about right now?
Y'all need my coach.
Listen,
I would take Eric Spoelstra in a second.
Oh, I would too.
People thought he was just a good coach because he had LeBron.
No, he can coach. He was under Parral. He can coach.
Oh my goodness, I can't. I'm astounded he said that. I really cannot believe he said that.
Wow,
oh my God.
that's crazy. Before I go.
Okay.
Last question. So, hypothetically speaking,
Mm-hmm.
if we keep all 3 picks, who would you take? How you think it will play out? Who would you take?
It's tough, right? Because you're talking about the combine hasn't really started yet. Not the college combine. What's the pro days? The pro days haven't started yet, so it's tough. The offseason hasn't quote unquote officially started yet, but I also don't think that we're keeping the 3 first-round picks, and I think a lot of us on every show have stressed that. But
I'm saying hypothetically.
Hypothetically, if we had all 3, give me Sauce.
Yeah.
Give me Dean.
Yeah.
If he's there. I'm not. It depends too. Let me flip it real quick because I'll take one of the 2.
Okay.
If Jason Kelce retires, give me Tyler Tannenbaum out of Iowa.
Yeah, he can play.
He's a generational talent.
Yeah,
and for a center, you can plug him and play him. Because my whole thing is, Bryce, I don't want to mess up what's going on that left side with Jordan Mailata and Dickerson. I don't want to mess that up.
Yeah.
It's one of the most dominant left sides in the league. So if I can solidify that position even more by adding a generational talent at center, I'm doing it all day. But
yeah. I need an edge rusher. I need a linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
I need a corner. And listen, I know this is crazy to say, but I don't care. If Wilson, one of those Ohio State kids there, or dudes there, go get them. Go, because our receiving core outside of Smith and Watkins suck ass.
So, and this was going to be my answer to your question. Best player available if you have all 3 picks, it's literally the easiest thing. You take the best player available. Obviously, none of the quarterbacks going to be highly rated in the first round like that anyways. But you take the best player available because this roster has enough holes on it.
Yeah.
Where you take the best player available.
Yeah, we need 2 linebackers, 2 edge rushers, a running back, a tight end, a corner, 2 safeties, an offensive guard.
Mm-hmm.
We need talent on this roster. That's what we need. Like talent. Stop overthinking stuff as GMs.
Yep. And what blows my mind is we're passing on 4 and 5 star recruits.
Yep.
Like, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we sitting in there just twiddling our thumbs. Like, we're passing on 4 or 5 star recruits.
Well,
it's not that fucking hard.
We gotta hope, Bryce. We gotta hope.
Pick the talent. They're all
pros. God damn, man.
Yeah.
What's up, Todd?
Yo, Todd. What's good?
Oh, okay. So
yeah, you're good. You're in there.
What's up, Todd?
Bryce, we just gotta hope.
Maybe.
Pros.
Gotta hope next year or this year.
It's not that hard.
Follow the same plan that they followed this past year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In the first and second round, you drafted 2 guys from Alabama that were,
it's not that hard because I watch college football. I watch guys from high school. I watch all the top players, all the 4 or 5 3-star recruits. It's not that hard to pick. It's not that difficult. I can do it. Like, watch, just watch these players. Right. It's not that hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like it aggravates me because it's like we're passing up on talent, and I'm sitting there like, yo, like what are y'all watching during the offseason? Like, what are you watching? I know what I'm watching.
Mm-hmm.
And you wonder why other teams laughing at us during the draft. They're like, these guys dumb as hell. Like, what? Like Justin Jefferson. That was so easy. DK Metcalf. Like all these top players that we could have had. Like, this team would be in a better position right now if we just draft the right players. Mm-hmm. Like, we gotta wait till the fans ready to burn down the stadium for us to make the right pick. Like, it's not that hard. It's not that difficult.
Yeah.
It's just aggravating. Now, we did have a good draft last year. We need to keep it up.
Yeah.
Because if we blow this draft, oh my God.
Well, that's the thing too, Bryce. It's you have no excuse. You have everything laid out in front of you. You have everything laid out in front of you, and there's still moves to be made. Howie can still make trades, and you know Howie loves to make trades. So
go get Michael Thomas. Go get Michael Thomas.
Ooh.
Or Calvin Ridley. I'll do that.
I mean, I'll take Calvin Ridley because Calvin Ridley isn't going to be as expensive as everyone thinks. Because you have a guy in his last year of his contract who wants out. But my big thing is too, I need to figure out what his mental situation is. Like, if he's not ready,
then no.
Then no.
Well, go get Michael Thomas. Then go get Michael Thomas.
No.
I'll go get Michael Thomas.
We good, Todd?
Todd, you good?
Can you hear us, Todd?
Yo.
Okay, I think so. Germany's internet is either everybody's on tonight watching Ozark or is just fucking up.
What's going on, Todd?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you. Yep.
Oh.
Hold on.
Hold
on, let me pull you out and pull you back in.
And one of those, I would say it's a good week. What's going on, Bryce, man? How's you doing, my guy?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Good. I'm getting ready to get married next Saturday. So
there you go. Congratulations.
It's still robot voice.
There he goes.
He's like in and out.
Yeah, he's in and out. It's I don't know what it is because for the past couple of weeks he's been fine.
Yeah, whole season and that crazy. All right, my brother, I gotta go. Jake, I'm out of y'all.
All right, Bryce, love you.
Love it.
Later. Yeah, but no, it's all right. So one more time. Let's read this one more time. All right, so Doc Rivers was asked a question following the loss of the Los Angeles Clippers. And the reporter said, what about the loss could be attributed What about the loss could be attributed to coaching? And he answered, would you ask Pop that question? No, you wouldn't. So don't ask me that question. I've earned it. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. What's up, Don?
What's up?
Nothing much. Looks like the Sixers organization's about to burn down, and Doc Rivers is... You know what? No, I'm not calling him Doc Rivers. His name is Glenn. His actual name is Glenn. I'm calling him Glenn. It's Glenn. Calling him Glenn Rivers.
Who is his assistant coach?
Oh my God, I should know
Glenn
his name
Rivers.
too. Goodness gracious.
He's frozen.
Yeah, that's I don't know what it is. That's Todd's internet today. I don't know what the issue is. Like he's in, he's out.
Where is he at overseas?
So he's in Germany.
Guy's name? Okay, there we go.
There, all right.
All righty.
There we go.
All right, there we go. Much better. I don't know what's going on.
And he's frozen again.
Oh, God.
Who else we got on here?
God damn. Okay, there we go.
There it goes.
Got me about to jump through the damn floorboards trying to.
He's frozen again. Oh, goodness gracious. But getting to what Bryce was talking about earlier, if you believe what Howie Roseman says, I have a unicorn I'm trying to get rid of in my backyard. If anyone wants it, just hit me up. If you believe what Howie Roseman said, yeah, I got a nice unicorn. He's 2 years old. And his name is Sprinkles. I'm selling him for a good price, so I'm just letting you know. If you believe what Howie Roseman said, got a unicorn in the back. But no, I'm not believing that. As soon as I heard Howie Roseman say, he's like, yeah, he's our guy for next year. Okay.
I thought he would say like he taking a linebacker in the first round.
I listen. Three picks done. 3 picks done. There's a chance. There's a chance.
I don't know about that. I know one of them is going to be a receiver. I got a feeling.
Who do you think it would be, though?
Jameson Williamson.
I don't think they go with receiver 3 years in a row in the first round, though.
Yeah, I don't think in the first round, just because of all the money you're potentially going to have in the
they want a veteran.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, they could go after Chris Godwin. He did go to Penn State, so.
Yeah, there's that connection, but he's also coming off an ACL, so.
Yeah.
It depends. There's a lot of guys with knee injuries. There's Godwin. There's who's the other one I'm thinking?
OBJ?
Michael Gallup.
Michael Gallup. DJ Chark.
Isn't Odell going to be a free agent too?
Yeah, Odell's going to be a free agent, but I'm just talking about ones that are coming into free agency injured. Odell's an interesting name.
But didn't he have any injury, or was that Achilles?
It was an ACL, but that was a couple years ago.
Yeah,
last year.
That was a couple years ago.
I think you need receivers that can adjust to Jalen Hurts.
Well, the thing is too, Don. He's going to have to throw the ball more consistently, especially if you're talking about getting Odell in here. He's going to want 7-8 targets a game, and DeVonta wants to be fed. So I don't know. I think it's more subtraction than addition. Excuse me. If you get Odell in here, that's just my opinion. And don't get me wrong, I love the guy, but if we had a quarterback who could pass on a consistent basis, then I'd be all for it. But I don't know what Jalen's going to be next year. I mean, I hope he can prove to be the franchise guy, but who knows?
I don't think he's gonna change. So
no, I mean, can he improve in the offseason? Sure.
Yeah,
but, the question is how much. Like, how much can you really develop as a passer? I mean, Carson made the flip, but at the same time, Carson also had a rocket arm. So there's that.
Well, we know this team they don't want to be run centric. Like we knew that from the get-go.
No.
And they hired this coach because they knew he had a philosophy of passing the ball. So
right.
I just don't see. I'm with you, Jake, with how you read that press conference with Howie and Nick. I don't believe him for a second.
No.
And I like 100% anticipate them attempting to make a move. Whether it actually happens or not, I mean, that's, we'll have to wait and see. But
you know how he's going to be on the phone for sure. He's absolutely going to be on the phone. But we good, Todd? We good?
Yeah,
yeah. He looks clear.
Okay. You look a lot better.
Yeah, so. I finally found the switch. You got to play with the little switch in it.
Thank God.
You gotta dangle it. Put some tinfoil on the antennas. I'm good, man. Hey,
you can tell in the ghetto. Like when you popped on, it wasn't like AOL, where it's like, I can hardly see him. I can see him, but I can't.
How y'all guys doing tonight?
Good.
All right,
good.
Todd had to sweet talk his internet real quick. He had to whisper sweet nothings into its ear.
Little you can't milk a cat, fucker.
A little something for the internet. That's why I can't go. It's like, oh, good morning.
Absolutely.
Hello.
Absolutely. I had to do the little nose with it. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you got to put the whole little, with the whole head. And like, I call it the elevator. You got to call it the elevator,
You're stupid.
I know we're going to end up going full football. Since Don's on here.
Oh, please. Oh, okay. I thought you were going basketball again. I was going to be like, what happened? What else happened? What I missed?
Nah, I just want
breaking news come in.
You watched the Pistons as much as you can, Don?
Yeah.
Did you
they on right now playing the Jags? So.
Did you catch the game the other night when they were playing Sacramento?
Man, that game was crazy.
Y'all were down 10 points with like 2 minutes left?
Yeah.
And y'all won by 5 points or something like that?
I think we won by 1 point.
Wasn't that close? Well, whatever. I mean, still, y'all were down. Regardless, y'all were down 10 points.
Right.
Y'all were down 10 points, and that, y'all are bad. I'm sorry, and I really feel bad for you guys. But you guys got Cade coming up, and Olynyk, he was out for a minute, and he came back and he gave y'all a spark. But
yeah, Olynyk nice.
He is nice.
He's a nice player.
I wouldn't mind him on the Sixers for
I'm trying to keep Sadiq Bey though. I can't.
Yeah. I wouldn't trade him at all.
No, I wouldn't.
Villanova kid, I would love him here, but
yeah.
Shit,
that boy Daryl Morey said he don't want that deal.
When it comes to the damn trading and Ben Simmons right now, that last King proposal trade, that was just definitely like a Hail Mary.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, you want to try throwing some draft picks in there now? Now we want to talk draft picks. Like, really?
Right.
Where I didn't like this of all those players, I did not see Fox. I was like, where's Fox at?
Mm-hmm.
No.
He kind of said that on the radio though too. I don't know if you heard earlier. Like that's what I was saying. Like in his little radio interview over here, he was on the radio and he did an interview, and they were basically asking him about that trade. Like they literally asked him about the trade. They gave him the players and everything, and I was expecting him to just not say anything because, typically like they can't say much because tampering and all that bullshit.
Right.
But they asked him, like, would that be like a trade that you would do? And he basically said, he's like, there's players on the Kings. There's things on the Kings that I would accept. I was like, holy shit! Like this dude just came out and fucking said that. Like, oh my god.
He had to put in that political correct. That's why he's like, there's things I can accept and there's things I won't accept. So he came up to the line. Yeah, he came up to the line, but he didn't cross it. But it's really sounding. I mean, from all these little ghost rumors, just to put my little Sixers talk in there really fast. It's. I think in the crown jewel is James Harden, because I've all of a sudden his name just turned up the heat out as far as the trade rumor.
Yep.
But I think the most likely is going to have to be with the Kings and the Pacers. It just seemed like those teams has been just a constant when it comes to the trade talk. It hasn't been like it's always the Kings. So it's going to be with them, but it's like the Kings are trying not to give us Fox. They trying to hold on to him, man. I'm like, let him go. He don't want to be there.
Yeah, no.
He's declined this year too. So like, I've been following his numbers pretty steadily, and like I said, over the last, I'd probably say like 2 or 3 weeks on League Pass, because I got League Pass. I've been watching the Kings games at night because there's not much to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a good player, man, but like he's not going to stretch it for you in terms of like shooting the ball. So just he'll shoot the ball, unlike Ben. Like he is going to shoot it from 3, but I think he's at like 23 or 24% from deep this year. So you don't want him shooting it much from 3. He's just not a good shooter.
Do you think he can improve as a shooter?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean, the kid averaged 25 last year, so he had a hell of a season last year.
He's only what, 23, 24, right?
He's 24 years old. Yeah.
Yeah, so he still has
he's
time.
a baby.
Yeah, he still
okay.
Has
See, that's where I would love that trade. And see, it's like try to test the waters if he can run point.
Yeah,
I know he's a shooting guard, but it's like let's fuck it. Let's test it. Yeah, it's
he's
like
a point guard.
So okay, if he can run the point, then that will definitely be. Yeah. I mean, you can have Maxey on the court too. Like that's where I'm like, you want to utilize those matchups and running the point. I know he's that shooting percentage has to go up, as running point. But if he knows he can facilitate the offense and really be that floor general to allow like Embiid to clear out, that would be lovely.
Yeah.
Because after he had that 50 point night within 30 minutes, I mean, like, yo, it's get this man some help. And like everybody, you see performance like that from him this year, especially, I mean, we get used to always hearing his body's always nicked up during this winter time. Get the man some help. It's
right.
He's playing healthy.
It's not going to be something a lot of Sixers fans are going to want to hear, but if they do trade for Fox and he comes in here, the likelihood that Maxey is going to be running with him, it's not likely. He'll probably be coming off the bench.
Yeah,
they're not. I can live with that too. It's just like what it is when you get into those playoffs, you're going to need those matchups. Sure. Especially matchups like nobody has really seen. I know that they'll sprinkle it in during the season, but when it comes to playoffs, when you really like, okay, we need Maxey to come off the bench so we don't lose, will keep us in the fight if it's not looking too good, or if we're up, we can definitely try out some shit just to see like, okay, what can work with these guys on the court. So when we go against like the Bucks or even make it to the finals, you got different ways to play matchups. So, but if Fox can, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, and you're right. It would, like, in terms of like if it got to that point, like the Fox Maxey thing would be interesting to the extent that you've got two guys that, I mean, we watch Maxey on an every night basis in terms of being able to cut to the hoop and be quick and get buckets. Fox has been doing that for 4 or 5 years now. That's him. That's the exact same player, but he does it on a consistent basis all night, every night. So that's the reason that he's averaging 20 a night. Last year was averaging 25 a night. So like that would be scary. It's just where's your 3-point shooting come from at that point?
I mean,
it come from guess Buddy Hill.
Yeah,
I mean, if they can get him, yeah.
I mean, if you give me Fox and Buddy Hill, right now it's definitely coming towards that deadline, and we cannot have Ben Simmons on this team past the deadline. Like there's just no fucking way. That's why if we can just get Buddy Hill and Fox and get rid of Simmons, and we had to throw in Thibault or Tobias. Let's make it, because we can't keep going. We can't go trying to go into a playoff, hopes and down that playoff stretch, knowing Simmons is still on the fucking team, man.
What's up, Greg?
So it's
Jason Bennett says Fox plays no D.
Oh yeah, what up, Greg?
He said Buddy plays no D either.
I wouldn't say Fox plays no D.
It's
I wouldn't go that far. You got to realize we're going to compare every player that I feel like whoever we get, we're going to compare his defense to Ben.
Yeah, we can't do that. We can't do that, man. We can't do that because we know Ben Simmons is known for defense, but he struggled for offense, and we want offense. So it's like, pick your poison. Do you want defense? Because then let's massage goddamn Simmons to see if he'll come back, which he's not. Mm-hmm. Or let's go ahead. What's that, Don?
I said Deshaun Watson talk.
I'm not mad at it. I'll do it. I'll do it all day.
Exactly.
I'll take the shot. As long as the legal stuff's cleared, I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine with that.
But go back to your point.
Well, no, I was just saying, if we're all pretty much decided on getting rid of Simmons, I mean, you can't complain about the defense because he was a damn near close to defensive player of the year. Mm-hmm. But we complain about his offense, so don't bring up about defense when we're trying to just get rid of a player that's a dark cloud,
right?
Yeah, and plus, right now in the NBA, I'd rather take offense than defense because I know when it comes to defense in the NBA, let's truly be honest, that's ridiculous. You sneeze on somebody, they go to the foul line. So,
oh my God, yeah.
So I'm not like, what is defense in the NBA? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, no, I hear you, Todd. I hear you absolutely, and that's one of my bigger gripes with the NBA. Just how soft the league's gotten. But I mean, again, it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fight damn Adam Silver over that shit. Fuck that.
No, I'm not gonna.
I'll fight Roger Goodell. I'll fight Roger Goodell before Adam Silver.
Let me ask y'all, if y'all do add Fox and Hill, how do y'all stack up against the other big teams in the East?
I mean, if Joel's still playing at the same level, I mean,
I don't want to say one again.
Because is the trade worth it?
To get rid of this dark cloud so we can stop talking about Simmons, yes.
As long as you get Ben and that contract out of here, and if you can get Tobias out of here too, I'm fine. But how do we stack up in the East? I mean, it's tough because obviously we don't know. I don't want to, or at least the top 5 seed, at least.
I'm confident enough already in the way that we play against Chicago because of the way our team lines up against them. I mean, I know we beat them twice early in the season, but a lot of it is matchups.
Yeah.
Because of Joe.
And that's why I went back to the whole Fox and like, if we make this kind of trade, it's got to be with matchups. Yeah, it's not just straight up our 5 versus their 5 and we can dominate. It's not really that, because reason being, like, look at it, we're already in January going into February. So by the time you make the trade, you got to talk about develop that chemistry. We'll be competitive, but this was more of a victory of getting rid of a dark cloud, not as so trying to win a championship. It would have been lovely if we would have got rid of Simmons like last year, and then we was in the season. Then we would have been able to see where we're at and then try to talk championship, hopefully. Yep. But for right now, by us going through and we're halfway at the season mark and still got our dark cloud, it's like, yo, we just need to get rid of this shit because we can't keep talking about it all through this.
I mean, but if you so that was another thing that Morey brought up in his press conference, and I'm kind of glad that you brought it up like that, Todd. Because I know a lot of Sixers fans are looking at it like this, and we kind of can't, even I did for the longest time, kind of look at this like we just got to get rid of this guy. We got to get rid of him. It's a problem. It's laying over the team. The team is thinking about this. The team's not thinking about us. Look at what Joel Embiid is doing. He's our best player, and he's arguably. Well, I can't talk. He's the best player in the world right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
None of these players are thinking about this shit. They don't care.
Mm-hmm.
So what Morey brought up in the press conferences is if we rush this and we make a trade just to make a trade,
it's going to end up biting us. Yep.
Not only is it going to, it's not going to be good for us this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be good for us years down the line because regardless of the way we feel about Ben Simmons right now, because of how he played in the playoffs last season, he's still an all-star talent. He still literally has aspects of his game that could instantly change the way this team is playing right now in the regular season.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the conundrum, as you would say, is you need to get rid of the dark cloud.
Appreciate it, Steve.
But
thank you.
Oh, thanks, Steve. But it is one of those, like, you're not trying to lose because if you're just trying to get rid of it, you're not trying to set your franchise back. That's why I'm like this. Okay. If you throw in Fox, like he's willing to make the trade as long as he got Fox because he's like this. Okay, he's not the superstar caliber star I want, but he is a star, and I can work with that. But it's to the point where we're not going to take no garbage like that initial trade, like Barnes and Hill and some first round picks for. I'm like, no, man, we're not going to take that.
Yeah.
So that's why we want to get rid of the dark cloud, but we're also not going to take anything either. So it's as long as that's why I'm like, if we could get Fox in that trade, as long as I know we got a star back.
Right.
Like I know we're not gonna get anything better, or the Lillard. Like as you can tell, we all dropped that Lillard conversation now a long time ago. Like we don't even bring him up anymore.
Yeah, I'm done with the whole Lillard conversation.
Yeah, so that's where I'm like this. As a fan base, I'm glad that we started accepting reality because we immediately like this. Okay, Lillard's not happening. No James Harden, no really big time star we can trade with. So. As long as we get up and rising, I mean, hell, I'll still take that guy from Oklahoma City if he's still available.
Shai Gilgeous.
I think he signed the contract.
He is, he signed the contract last off season. But so you guys would agree that Ben Simmons is a better player than De'Aaron Fox, right?
Talent-wise, yeah.
Talent, I would give him that.
So here's my thing, Morey, this is why I think this is going to be a 3-team trade. Morey's going to want a first-round pick. Like, even if it's Buddy Hield, De'Aaron Fox, he's going to want at least one first-round pick. Like, it's those two guys aren't going to be enough.
Well, because I would take that also because you got to leverage it out. If you're pretty much saying that if I'm not going to get a megastar or the all-star caliber or player of Simmons on back from the trade, you give me some first round picks, maybe I might win the draft lottery or it puts it up there in the top 10 and I'll work with that.
Well, he'll just pawn them off. He's not going to draft them.
No. Oh, of course. I mean, that's what I'm saying. If as long as if that first round pick gets in that top 10, that'll make it even more luxurious so he could trade. I mean, he's not trying to. He knows we can't really build and take years to develop players. We know we gotta have players to win now.
Yeah, because the fans ain't gonna have that.
Exactly.
Oh hell no. But I had a lot of since we're into the off season. I finally heard when my internet started working that the whole press conference and they sticking with Jalen. I'll agree with you, Dan. I was happy to say that we're going to stick with him because we really need to build this roster. We really do.
You believe them now? You believe what they're saying?
Come on now, it's Howie, man. And
that's what I'm saying. I don't believe him. And Jake said the same
pretty
thing.
Much, I will believe this. if somehow the Texans came up with a trade scenario with they get all three of our first rounders, but somehow we get like Deshaun Watson in their third. They're third first rounder. So pretty much we would get Deshaun Watson. We only have one first round pick, but it's their third pick. It'll be a hard pill to swallow, but I'm willing to swallow it because I know I got Deshaun Watson in that, and at least that number 3 pick, and it will satisfy the quarterback conundrum. Like for all the fan base, is like, okay, we got the guy that could throw, but if he comes out and throws like shit, then I won't really pick. I won't be like, yeah, we should have just stuck with Jalen, because that's how much we're got to bank on for Deshaun Watson to like he has to show no rust at all for me.
Well, he's going to be rusty for sure because I mean he hasn't played in a year. I mean he can practice and work out and that whole thing all he wants to, but game speed is completely different. Thank you.
But see, exactly. on that, like what you just said right there, and this was my point to what you just said, Todd, about them 3 first round picks. They're from what their asking price was last year, that's coming way down.
Well, you just missed because
you just missed an entire year. Sorry, you just missed an entire year of football. 1, 2, he's going to miss time this year, regardless of the situation. Like
he's going to get suspended.
Yeah. Like he's not going to get off scot-free with whatever this is. He's gonna have to pay money, whatever it is. Like it's.
And then we don't even know if the league is still going to punish him for games. So that's
what I'm saying. He'll get time. There's no way he's not going to get 5 or 6 or half. He might get 8 games. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if he gets 8 to 10 games, are you still willing to make the trade?
I'm willing to make the trade because I don't think it's going to take 3 first round picks because
I don't think so.
The value is not going to be there because teams are going to know what they're getting into with this guy,
right?
Because he's missed a year of football, like Jake just said. To add to that, he's going to be missing half of this season, more than likely.
Right. Yep.
85 games, whatever. He's going to miss time this year. So, you're going to have to rely on your backup for a portion of the season.
Yeah, so, absolutely. I mean, it's weird, right? It's a unique situation. And again, like I said earlier, it all depends on what his legal situation is or what his legal standing is. But for everyone throwing out like 2 first round picks, 3 first round picks, I don't think, I mean, it might cost you 2, maybe, but I think a first and a player and maybe some conditional picks will get it done just because of said situation outside of football with all that going on. Because then you're going to have to give him an extension too. That's the other thing.
And see, that's the whole, like, because I'm looking around the league. We ain't talking about 5 teams no more. I'm counting like 12 teams that needs a quarterback.
Right.
With a weak draft class, where you got certain teams feeling though they're a quarterback away from going, being competitive. So when you're talking about 12 teams, it's going to drive that price up. It's like this, you're hearing the price go down, but when you're talking about, like, if Deshaun Watson gets cleared up for everything, I guarantee you people are like, you talking about the Carolina Panthers who've been been snatching up quarterbacks left and right. They're going to be trying to offer the 2-3 players. I really see it's going to be like a wild, wild west on trying to get these, veteran quarterbacks. And that's why I go back and forth. If it was for Watson, sure, jump in the tornado and try to see if you're going to win the Royal Rumble. But as far as trying to build something, I'm looking at the defense. I'm like, there is 0 impact players, 0. And we're not only no impact players, but we're getting old on that side. I mean, the money that we have dedicated to the defensive line is ridiculous.
Yep.
And now I'm like this. Okay, I'm willing to live with, Fletcher and hell, it can be even Hargrave being a rotation, but we got to build, the future of that, because I mean, how many years do you see Fletcher Cox having?
I would trade him.
Oh, there you go. It's like,
yeah, I would too.
See, it's like that's what that was very shocking to me seeing him stand up like that. Like he stood up more times in that game, and I'm like, he's just literally throwing his body. He that's how bad he's not even getting penetration. He's just throwing his body at the line.
Well, if you saw the mic'd up thing with I think it was the Bucs center, he was dealing with Cox all day, and you could tell Cox was just tired and that whole thing. He's like, come on, Fletch. Like he was toying with him. Like Fletch, after a while, I think he was just tired and he wasn't into it. But again, when your offense isn't producing, that happens. So I'm not going to kill Fletch for it. But he's not the same player he used to be. And that's unfortunate. But I mean, it is what it is. That's football.
Exactly. And I was just telling people, I mean, the whole he can't read and everybody's ready to jump on him about that. But I'm like, he's 23 years old. The playoffs is a different animal. Like, that's why I was actually glad we got blown out, tell you the truth. Because if we was if you talking about if we was close to compete, then you talking about, that's when we're really going to nitpick. And then we're feeling as though this team is close enough to go deep into playoff runs. I'm like, no, we're not even that blowout shows that we're not even close. We're not ready yet. Yeah. No, you talking about the defending Super Bowl champions.
Right.
Yeah, but a lot of that was because of your quarterback play, Todd. Like that kind of goes hand in hand. Like,
oh, it does. I mean, I'm not saying that Jalen Hurts, played awesome or anything like that, but it just shows that, but I'm looking at it like he's still a young quarterback. I was looking for the coach because we praised Sirianni when he got into Jalen Hurts' ass, over on that sideline, and I'm like, okay, where's the coach up? Like, you can't wait till the second half to start coaching up. You gotta. It's after every drive. You gotta the coaches gotta hey, this is what we're seeing. This is where you got to look for.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I agree.
It was just rookies. Could we have better quarterback play? Absolutely.
Well, and that's my thing. Like, I agree. Like, the coaching aspect of it, I agree. But, like, as fans, like, we can't. And I've seen a lot of people doing this on social media. Like, I don't know why we're blaming Jalen's not progression as far as throwing the football on coaching staff, because I mean, most of us have watched this kid in college. Like I haven't seen anything that's gotten better. I really haven't. I
know you haven't seen the consistent throws. That's right. That's what bothers. Trust me.
And his legs aren't good enough. Like his legs aren't good enough to be Lamar, where it makes Lamar, up for it. And like I don't want to be the Debbie Downer on this guy. Like financially, like it would be better on our salary cap if we didn't have to worry about a quarterback position.
Yeah, exactly.
But I worry about it. Like
and when you're talking about a third-year guy, that's about usually when quarterbacks tend to get paid too. After that,
exactly. Yes, that's a great point. Yeah.
So you can talk about he's not playing well, and Jalen knows this, and his agent knows this.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. He's playing for money this year. That's what it is. He's playing for money. So.
That's what I'm saying. It's like this is the year, because the reason being, okay, now I'm like this for me anyway. There's no excuses, because you can't say that, oh, you got a new head coach. You can't say you got a new offensive coordinator, a new scheme. This is the first year he's actually been in a system, coming back, and it's the same system, same head coach. Like, you talking about 6 years for throughout his college career and the professionals. So I'm going to say, like, okay, and he only got 3 games. Like, if he comes out next season and you don't know the offense like the back of your hand, you've been working out with these wide receivers all during the offseason, and you still can't make those throws, yeah, we got a major problem. But I'd rather start getting youthful on I'd rather go ahead and trade one of those first round picks to have a 2023 than trying to get like a veteran quarterback or anything like that. I'd rather go ahead and start developing a team. And if you was it one of these quarterbacks that's going to be coming out the 2023 draft, or was it? Yeah, the 2023. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like trade one of the. No. I'm like this. Trade one of those first rounders. Try to get a 2023, so you have 2 first round picks, so you can move up to go get those 2 quarterbacks. But at least you took this draft, built up as much as possible on the defense, because I'm hoping that Jonathan Gannon goes to Houston, and let's go hire Mike Zimmer, because I know if we hire Mike Zimmer, we'll have him as a defensive coordinator for 3 years.
You got news, Jake?
Well, speaking of which, as of 15 minutes ago, the Houston Texans have set up a second interview with Eagles defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon.
Let's go.
And they just met with him today too. That's the crazy thing. They just got done a meeting with him today.
Oh yeah, as soon as the Texans loved. They put it out there. They loved his interview, so I was like, okay.
Yeah. We put something out this morning about it. So the fact that he got a second interview that quick, that tells me
Zimmer hasn't had any interviews or requests for interviews yet.
No.
Right?
Exactly. That's why I'm like this. Bring him in as a defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
he's a great defensive coordinator.
Well, the thing is with Mike too, you have to understand at the same time, he's been head coaching for how long has he been with the Vikings for? It feels like he's been there for like 10 years.
7 years.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
But with his age and that whole thing too, you want to break after a while. So I wouldn't be surprised either if he just says, "Nah, I'm just."
What are you talking about a break? You saw his girlfriend that smoke show. He can't be taking no break.
That's true. That's a good point.
You get home, you better be ready, man. You better
be ready to just go on like cruises or something.
That's a good point.
Yeah, you better pop a Viagra or Cialis or something. You got a young thing, man. You got it. There ain't no taking breaks. You can't take no break now.
So
you better come in as a defensive coordinator.
about the game last week.
That's not a bad one either, Jason. I like that. I like Fangio. Go ahead, Dan.
But we got to go to a 3-4 though. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Ahead,
Dan, we don't
necessarily
have the personnel to run a 4-3 either in terms of talent wise. So
well, but right now we're set up for 4-3.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like talent wise, we don't really.
So
I know that's
real quick.
Yeah,
I have to issue an apology really quick, because our sources, aka Greg Malakovic, told us a couple weeks ago that Jordan Davis, the defensive tackle from Georgia, was 26 years old. Turned out not to be true. He is 22. So he's back on my board. I'm taking him. He's back on my board.
Wait, what happened? How is it
It was something like they looked into it on the Wednesday night show, and it turns out that Fox Sports had it wrong. Because it said on Fox Sports he was 26, and then Jordan Davis actually made a tweet about it, talking about the issue, because everyone thought he was 26.
Yeah,
everyone's like, "How the hell is he 26?"
Yeah, because that's why I was like, wait, like, because we all saw that he was a young guy, and then he just turned into a 26-year-old grown ass man. And it's like, well, if he's 26 and he's got to rest all, he's like this. No, he's not in the first round talk.
Yeah.
So we have a special person on the back end, who I said earlier was the reason that the Philadelphia 76ers lost. And now with with Glenn Rivers' comments, excuse me, I almost said Doc. You son of a bitch.
Oh, wow.
One fucking game.
One son of a bitch.
I go to my first so I go to the game. My dad, within the kindness of his heart, gave me a 6-game pass to go to games this season.
Don't go to anymore.
I missed the first game because of fucking COVID. So he's like, "Oh, is tonight a good game to go to?" Of course, they're gonna blow out the Clippers. It's gonna be great. This is the last game I went to with my dad. Jody Meeks was on the fucking team, which we lost to the Pistons, which he eventually played for.
Well, how many times have you gone to a game with your dad and they lost?
This is the second time I've ever been to a basketball game with him.
God damn it!
And you done experienced 2 losses, correct?
This is true.
All right, then we playing baseball. If you go again and y'all lose again,
I already
know
said
what you got to do.
Go to Flyers games from now on.
Yep.
Yeah,
I mean, like you and your pops.
We go to Flyers games, but
Flyers games, man.
A, I don't want to. B,
I already said they're going to lose anyways.
B, they suck.
So
and C,
so
why would you want to?
So Pete, in your wonderful misadventures of the Sixers just completely collapsing, did you hear Doc Rivers' comments by chance?
I did. I was in the car with my dad, and I'm just cursing. He's like, "What's wrong?" I said, "Doc Rivers."
AKA Glenn Rivers. It's Glenn now.
As I said to my old man, nothing like a Glenn Rivers self-destruction in person. I actually was in the bathroom with people, and I had people freaking out over Glenn. It was hilarious.
Oh, really? They saw it?
Like, oh, my God, this is what happens when we don't have 4 Hall of Famers to carry you. Yes. This is 100% factual. Just remember, I'm on the record. I want the other guy.
Who?
Ty Lue.
I
was told by people, like, he doesn't have a system. His only system is LeBron. Let me see. Didn't he make the Western Conference Finals last year?
He still went to exactly. He still makes deep playoff runs and he still gets to the NBA championship.
Same thing they said about Spoelstra.
That's true too. Yeah.
And for me, is when it comes to seeing Doc Rivers, I mean, he done had when he was with the Clippers. I mean, nothing but all-star players and couldn't get the job done.
Right.
I mean, you can honestly say when you talk like which one sounds better when you talking about his big 3 from the Celtics or the big 3s that he had in the damn Clippers? Which one you think?
I don't know. That's honestly tough. It's not even just a big 3. I think it was a big 4. Like
in Boston
with Rondo.
Yeah, with Rondo. Like Rondo's borderline the Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then I was like this. Yeah. But look at when the Clippers was like, what was it, Lob City?
Yeah,
I mean, how many stars did they have?
DeAndre,
so I'm like,
Chris Paul, JJ, Blake, Austin Rivers.
They had Patrick Beverly.
Davis.
They were loaded.
Patrick Beverly. I mean, like, come on, don't
sit
there like that. Like he never like. I was like this dude when he had Lob City. Like that was like the best team like you could possibly ever have to like literally beat the like. They should have won this a championship. There's no excuse for that.
Yep.
But that was around the same time, the start of the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah,
a little bit. I mean, but the Warriors didn't become the Warriors until like when Lob City was getting ready to be broken up. Like they was together for like what is it, 4 years, and it was always Blake Griffin either hurt, Chris Paul is either hurt.
Like, they missed
all
out
3 of
on
them
playing Blake Griffin.
Mm-hmm.
Because he hurt his hand punching something.
Oh right, yeah, I forgot about that.
So that's
even
why
a
I'm
couple years
like.
ago with Doc Rivers, he had.
Also, can I laugh at Jimmy Butler choking it?
He had Kawhi, he had Paul George. That team a couple years ago was loaded.
Yep,
exactly. So I'm like, we can't, Glenn, we can't defend you no more, man.
Yeah, no, you can't.
At what point does coaching come into play? Because a certain person who is not on the show right now would defend him.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
Would defend him. But
I kind of
when does coaching go into effect? When is that? Like when
I kind of defended them tonight.
Fault, not the players.
No, I mean I kind of.
Yeah, I'm not going to put all this on like not this game specifically, but other games for sure. Like there's been other games where it's clearly been Doc's fault. I'm not going to put it all on him for this game. They just came.
If it's got feathers, walks like a duck, and quacks, it's a fucking duck.
It's a duck. I hear you.
It's Doc Rivers.
You were there tonight, right?
Yes.
Did you get there at tip?
Yeah, I got there too.
Okay, so you saw how bad the first quarter was, right? How bad?
Yes, yeah. I was just
okay.
like, are you serious? This is what's going on. Yeah. And then obviously it started to they got high and they started to put it on, and then it started to go a little weird in the third quarter. I'm just like, oh god, I love these third quarter failures.
Was Paul George playing?
I mean, you like I said. Go ahead, Don.
Was Paul George playing?
No.
Nah. Paul George and Kawhi were out.
Yep.
But like,
which makes it even worse.
Score, so we looked at the box score after the game. Literally, your now I know your two other starters were technically bench guys, but Isaiah Joe and Korkmaz, your other two starters, put up 8 points combined.
Yep.
So, I mean, as much as we want to, bitch at Doc, and like I don't think he does a great job either. I'm with you.
I just want to know what was that last play? Like I don't understand. Like
what, nothing
against Maxey.
What did you want him to do?
I mean, you run down the court for 5 seconds.
I didn't want him to have the game in his hands.
He had no choice.
But listen, Pete. Who's the fastest guy on the court for the Sixers?
It's Maxey.
Okay, he had to go the length of the court with 5 seconds left. Yeah. Who else did you want the ball? What else did you want to happen?
Yeah, Joe would be slugging. Joe would be freaking slugging. He'd have to shoot.
You get what I'm saying? Court. Like, all they needed was they needed a deuce. They didn't need a 3. So like,
yeah,
I get it, and I said this when it happened. Like, yeah, I would have rather the ball been in Joel's hands. There wasn't enough time. It sucks. I mean, they should have had a timeout. Like, if they had a timeout, then we would have been in a better position.
You couldn't have spilled some fucking water? Come on, Jason Kidd got bitch. Come on, man. I don't care what anyone says. That's the single greatest coaching moment in the history of sport.
He just dropped
the best part is he doesn't even spill water on himself. He pours it on his assistant coach. oh shit, he pissed himself. I don't know what happened. Can we clean this shit up? Oh wait. I love the fact that so he draws up the extra timeout, right? Mm-hmm. And he fucking loses.
Yeah. Like Glenn couldn't have tripped or something.
Yeah, right. Oh man, my sciatica. Oh man.
Shit, sorry.
Oh man, I'm having a PTSD about a 3-1 lead. Can we get 3 seconds? We're pro mental health in this city. Come on now.
I'm having Game 7 flashbacks. Oh dear.
Which one?
I'm thinking about 7-game series. Like I can't go on.
Also, I was hanging out with Howie Roseman in the club box. He just wanted to let me know we're going all in on Jalen. It's okay.
Yeah.
He wanted to let me know. Tell you guys, we're going to get DK. It's all good.
Now I know you're really full of shit.
Of course I'm full of shit. I'm literally nothing but.
Yeah, I saw that rumor.
At least you
ain't slick. I saw that little rumor about DK Metcalf being
it's okay,
a trade.
Man.
Oh, I mean,
now, which one would you trade for? Which one would you trade for, Pete? Would you trade for Calvin Ridley or DK Metcalf?
I would trade my left and right testicle for DK Metcalf.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Are you serious? Okay. A fast, big body receiver.
And that's what we need. Yeah, we need a big
receiver. Right in between DeVonta Smith and Quez Watkins.
I'm not trading for a receiver, man.
Yeah,
I'm cool with it.
I mean, it depends on how you're going to have.
Well, here's the thing, though. With the Seahawks being so A, cap strapped, and B, having literally no fucking draft picks, you don't exactly need to give up a crazy amount because they're desperate.
Well, if you're talking about getting Russ and then DK, then you'd have to give up probably 3. You'd have to give up 3.
I'd be willing to do that.
I'm not going after Russ. I'm getting DK.
Well, I'm just saying hypothetically, if you were to go after both. Because
and in regards to Howie's comments, I think he said everything. He said everything he's supposed to say.
It's GM speak, yeah. Yep.
It is obvious. It's GM speak. I really think that they're going to go all in on Jalen Hurts this year, unless if Howie wasn't doing this, I would get mad at him. While I'm not for trade, obviously it's hilarious how my fucking opinion has changed 6 weeks later. How 6 weeks ago I was Russ, and now I'm like, whoa.
What was the switch? What made the switch?
I thought Hurts get me into the playoffs spoke a lot to me. Obviously, he left a lot to be desired too in the playoffs. I'll be the first one to admit that. But I saw enough of him to where I'm like, okay, you get him a defense. You get him an actual wide receiver that's not named Jalen fucking Reagor and JJ Arthur-Whiteside, and we'll see what happens. Like
JJ can block though.
He's
one of the best blocking wide receivers in football.
He is.
From what I've heard, he's got the most tenacious blocking.
All the filler words that Nick was using. He's like,
I was like, boy, talk about real hype over poo.
Yeah,
that's why I love Sirianni, because I've never seen someone jerk off over the fifth wide receiver quite like Nick Sirianni.
Right.
Can we talk about Sunday though for a second? So we haven't talked. So, as much love as we're giving to or hate, I should say, to all the wide receivers on this roster, which I'm right there with you. Obviously, other than DeVonta and Quez at moments. I feel like Quez could be a good third option. I know they tried to say a good second wide receiver. I don't.
He's your third. He's your third.
They just gave him an attaboy. I mean,
I know.
He's a 6th round pick who got 2 touchdowns and 600 yards.
But for us to have a lot of faith in Jalen throwing the football and to just want to go out and spend draft picks trading for a wide receiver, when we had difficulty getting our number 1 draft pick rookie wide receiver who tore it up pretty much all season, the football in the playoffs. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like I have a lot of difficulty just kind of putting all my eggs in a basket of trading for a wide receiver when I don't have a lot of confidence in the quarterback position throwing the football.
Right.
So you want a new quarterback?
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. It is a conundrum.
It's tough. Yeah.
In regards to that, there are very few. I'm not 100% in on Jalen Hurts as a franchise quarterback. I'm in on him for another year. Let me state that. I am not all in on him as a franchise guy. I'm willing to give him another year. Because Carson was, we all loved Carson's rookie year, but Carson was shaky as shit at times as a rookie.
Yeah.
And then he was able to improve, and he worked on his mechanics. And you know what you did? You went out and you got him a fucking 2 veteran wide receivers to take some pressure off him and take some pressure off of Nelson Aguilar. And the offense was able to flourish and expand. That's my hope for Jalen Hurts in his second full season as a starter. I'm not saying he's going to be MVP level like Wentz was, but I feel like having a veteran receiver who's going to be able to help him is only going to help him. I feel like this guy, he's a worker. This is who this guy is. This is a hardworking cat.
Yeah.
I can't believe that he's just going to phone it in the offseason.
So let me rebuttal that real quick. So I agree, and that's Jalen's work ethic and the way he is with a team as a teammate. I am 100% on board with you and pretty much everybody else and saying he's that guy.
Yep.
That doesn't make him a good quarterback as far as throwing the football.
No, it doesn't.
And the reason I'm in for going after a quarterback this year is because times like right now where you have 3-4 guys that are potentially on the market to go out and get that are franchise quarterbacks, it doesn't happen.
Right.
So if we don't do it this year, then we're botching, and then we're going to have to go in the draft and we're going to have to wait. It's not going to be one of those things where we're going to have a quarterback that's seasoned, whatever. I'm not saying that we're ready to win right now either.
We're not.
I know that's what everybody's point's going to be. I get it. But we did make the playoffs this year. Our division sucks. It's horrible. So we can make the playoffs any fucking year.
Right.
Let's be real. So yeah, that's my reasoning for wanting to go out and get a quarterback right now is because the options are there for a seasoned quarterback, and I don't want Rodgers because he's.
Well, that's the thing. It's let's. But here's the thing. It's like, okay, out of the veteran quarterbacks, all right, and this is what I'm saying. As far as Devontae's a rookie, so you want to have him have quarterback that's going to be that can grow with him. How is like with Russell Wilson being 33, going on 34, and he doesn't really want to be here? Is that a guy? I don't even care if it's even going to take one first round pick. Is he worth trading for? Knowing that you got to build your that's why I hate is we need to really build our defense. I mean, the offense we got is damn near there. I mean, we know we got to replace a couple of offensive linemen, an extra wide receiver. That's what I'm saying. The wide receiver. I mean, we can go free agency. We got options of knowing how we want to get another wide receiver. Hell, we could go in the draft if we wanted to get another wide receiver. Is what it is how much are you willing to mortgage for one guy? That's what it is. Because on the defense, we got too many positions, and you can't just fill those up with third and fourth rounders anymore. I mean, hell,
you're saying he's 33, 34. It's in terms of
still
quarterbacks,
play for
that's
another,
nothing, dude.
Yeah, you can still play for another 5-6.
Look what Drew Brees just retired at 40.
That's the thing. We're comparing him to all these quarterbacks that we've seen playing into the 40s. It is remarkable to see, but we're quickly to make it a norm. I'm not ready to make that a norm because with Russell Wilson, he uses his legs more.
But he doesn't get injured. He got injured this year. He hasn't been
injured. Yeah, that's his first serious. I get your concern, Todd. I get your concern.
See, my thing's the exact opposite. I completely understand Dan's view where he wants a veteran quarterback, and he's just not there with Jalen yet. And I completely understand that. But my argument is, let's look at the quarterback market. Let's take Rodgers off the board because he's not fucking coming here.
No.
He's not coming here. Deshaun Watson, I don't even know what the fuck's going on with him. And you're looking at least an 8 to 10 game suspension, even if he makes it into the season,
give or take.
Yeah. So you're getting, you're Jalen Hurts will start at least 5 or 6 games for you, regardless if you trade for him, and you're giving up major assets for him.
That's going to bring the value of it down, though. Also, Pete. The trade.
But what drives the value back up is
they know we're desperate. They know we're desperate, and we know they're desperate. You might get a stalemate situation.
Yeah, that's what I'm. You're right though, but we're both desperate, so you can't say we're desperate because they know they got to get rid of them.
And not just the 2 teams. That's what I'm saying. There's 12 teams around the league that wants a quarterback, guys.
Yep.
That's saying that their team is hell, even the Saints. We could say if the Saints had a quarterback over there, they could have made the playoffs.
Yep.
And they're more ready to they have to win now than us.
And Derek Carr, you can say whether you want to go all in for a guy like Derek Carr, but I'm like, in what unit? Why would the Raiders want to they just made the playoffs after everything they went through last year, right? Why would they want to give him up?
Right.
And the final one is obviously Russ. I love Russ. He's such a fun player, and he would be such a great Philly guy. It's such a great quarterback to have in here, but it's just how much are you going to have to? You're looking at with Russell Wilson. It's a 2 1s and a second at minimum, in my opinion, when it comes to trading for a guy like Russ. And is all that it's going to help? He's way better than Jalen Hurts. That is that's a guaranteed. However, is it going to majorly help us as opposed to building the rest of the roster and trying to see what you have in Jalen? Because honestly, with a lot of these veteran quarterbacks, I think you could wait a year, and I still think they could be possibilities. If the Raiders suck this year, they might be more willing to trade Russell Wilson. We might see what's going on with Deshaun. I don't want Deshaun Watson, but you know what? Maybe his legal troubles clear up in a year. Maybe Russ waits it out one more year in Seattle and it just doesn't work out. And you save one of those first round picks. And you know what? After you've shored up the defense, after you've gone out and you've gotten a veteran wideout, you can look and be like, there's Russell Wilson. There's Derek Carr. Maybe I risk it for a guy like Jimmy G. And I know Jimmy G's not sexy to people, but
as a stopgap, I don't hate it.
That's the most realistic option. If you're really desperate for a veteran, if you're really desperate for a veteran quarterback, a Carson Wentz like deal is going to be one of those situations that gets you Jimmy G, because they drafted Trey Lance. Like, they didn't draft Trey Lance because they were just bored and figured, fuck it, let's just do it.
Right.
They don't 100% believe in Jimmy G.
Well, he's not ready either, though.
He's not.
Well, that's my thing, guys. It's like, okay, we're right back to we're living in a microwave time, because I'm like, we gotta. Okay, I'll use Justin Herbert for example. He's still developing. He's still trying to read defenses, but the reason why he's able to, like, he's got better arm talent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not going to sit there and say like Jalen Hurts got that arm talent. Hell no, because as soon as Herbert sees it, he's able to get it, even though he might see it late.
If Nick Sirianni was his coach, he'd still be in the playoffs.
I mean, hey, and that's the thing. His coach loves his arm talent so fucking much, and he can't coach properly.
It's not even that, though. His coach is like, for people who say like analytics don't matter, that guy's not fucking looking at. I don't give a fuck what anyone tells me. That guy's not looking at any chart. It's like, oh, what? 4th and 35 on my own 20? Go for it. I got balls.
No. That's what you call a coach that's playing Madden. I mean, that's all that is.
No, that's year one Doug Peterson, where he's just like, go for it. And then in year 2, he's got an analytics guy like right at his hip. He's like, Coach, statistically speaking, 4th and like 12 on the opponent's 55 is really good. All right, I guess fuck it, we'll go for it.
Just to finish up my point it's just which one, like, for your future. That's why I'm like, this is so important, guys, because 3 first-round picks, somehow, some way, you can truly bring in some impactful players, or you can bring in just one. If you're going to bring in one impactful player, it's got to work out. Like, it's like if you tell me we're going to go after Russ, and like I said, the Giants got 2 first-round picks, you don't think they want a quarterback?
Right.
Like, come on. So it's like that's
Jones.
But that's the thing. So, like, real quick, what Pete just said about 2 1s and a second. First off, I don't think it's going to cost that much. It might maybe 2 1s and a third or a fourth or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's not. You're not going to be giving up both of your first round picks this year. It could be 1 this year and 1 next year. And
man, they ain't gonna take that. They ain't gonna take that. Why would they? Like, that's what I'm saying. Truly believe. Like, if you're Seattle, and the Giants or the Eagles call you for Russell Wilson, what you gonna say?
If I'm the Seahawks,
I
want based off our feelings,
because I don't need to trade him. I don't need to trade Russell Wilson.
Thank you. Like, you gotta remember, they got him on lock, and then he still got to say that he got to lift his no trade clause.
But he's already basically made it known that he doesn't want to.
He's made it known he doesn't want to.
I don't understand what you guys are missing with that.
I understand that, but I don't think Russ.
But he still got to say the team. It's like this. We know
he's already out there.
He doesn't want to come to Philly, though. He wants to go to New York.
You don't know. He hasn't said that either.
Well, it all depends on where.
How do you know he doesn't want to come to Philly?
That's the other.
Yeah,
thing.
well, and Sierra wants the big market. She wants somewhere where it's going to benefit. It can also benefit her.
How far is Philly from New York?
2 hours.
Philly's not New York.
This is what I'm like. This whole. We always get this bullshit in this city with a big market. First off, Philly's like a top 6 market.
It's not New York though.
But I just made my point. How close New York is to Philly?
That's not it though. That's
okay,
like,
but
it's
it
close.
is it. It is. It's very close. It is.
Look, I love Philly, but like New York is very appealing to people.
Shit. I'm not. But that was my point. What I'm saying, how close Philly is to New York. Like, you really think Russ wants to play with the Giants the way their fucking organization
the way
is
they're
run?
constructed? Yeah.
Like, come on.
Well, that's
really
I mean that's why I said it's like if they bring in the right GM, the right head coach. I mean, it's still.
You need a lot to turn around and go your way too, Todd. Though that's the thing. Like, they need to come on all their draft picks this year. They would need to sign every free agent and basically do what the Eagles did in 2017 and hit everywhere. Hit everything in the draft, hit everything in free agency, and just have it all go right.
I don't know. You go out and you get Russ. That's a pretty loaded team, honestly. Offensively.
Well, let's see. Saquon's gone. Sterling Shepard's gone. You have Evan Ingram, and you have
nothing for wide receivers.
Kenny Galladay, which I think he's down here.
He didn't score a touchdown.
He hasn't done anything since he's been with Stafford. So
I mean, to be fair, but his quarterbacks were also Daniel Jones and Mike Lennon.
Yeah, but still, if you're a good wide receiver, you still produce.
I mean, it's.
Trust me. If you get
I know the urgency about a veteran. I know the urgency about Russell Wilson, how tantalizing it is. Mm-hmm. I just don't. I'm old school Philly, man. I grew up knowing that no matter who we played, our defense was going to show the fuck up and show the fuck out. Mm-hmm. And haven't seen our defense show out like that, like put up goose eggs, like really dominate, always getting at least I remember we at least always had a sack a game, at least a turnover a game.
Yeah,
I'm tired of seeing it
anymore, though, man. You got to get out of that mind. I'm right with you, but that's not how football's played anymore. Like.
It can still be played. I know they try to hype up about passing league, but guess what? You still got to have a defense, man.
I agree. I'm just saying, like
you can still have a defense in this. You just got to be ahead of the curve. That's all.
I know. I'm just saying, like you're making a lot of it like seem like we should let Jalen be because the defense isn't good enough or whatever it may be.
If you can get look at the end of the day, I'll guarantee this is what will happen. Jalen will be your option one, and they will build around Jalen Hurts, unless one of these teams' asking prices go down. If someone wants to say, well, you know what, we'll give you Derek Carr for a first and a third. Derek Carr's your new quarterback. Right. Oh, we'll give you Russell Wilson for a first this year and a second next year. And they say yes, Russ is coming here. Oh, we'll give you Jimmy G for a second round pick. Jimmy G's coming here.
Yeah.
Oh, Deshaun Watson's things are off the board. And we only want the first. Deshaun's the new quarterback. Yeah. If those scenarios don't happen, Jalen Hurts is your quarterback. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, and Bill Middlebrook also comments. I'm getting to you, Bill. Relax. He's talking about Russell Wilson. He said his agent came out and said that Philly would be third on the list with signing of the right QB. And yes, he's open to Philly, New York, and Pittsburgh. It's a drive from the house.
Exactly.
The Jersey border. No, exactly. Yeah, I hear you.
Stop listening. Like
play for Pittsburgh.
We just got to stop listening to national media. Shit.
The thing is too. If I'm Russ, I wouldn't want to stay in the NFC. I play in the NFC or AFC. Excuse me.
Exactly. If I was Russ, I'd go to Pittsburgh.
I'd go to Pittsburgh in a second.
Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, Najee Harris, like, come on, like
all that Pittsburgh needs to do is get it.
There are other teams like that. Like, what you don't think he wouldn't want to go play with Sean Payton in New Orleans?
Mm-hmm. That's a possibility. That's a possibility for sure. I mean, even Denver. Denver's
we want to play in a lot of places. At the end of the day,
Denver's.
I think Denver should be a wild card team because they have a really nice offense. They're just missing the quarterback.
Yeah, their offense is loaded.
We just pinned Aaron Rodgers to Denver. I mean, like, I love how everybody just 99% just said, "Oh, Denver's already got Aaron Rodgers." Next question.
Right. Because they want Peyton Manning 2.0. That's what they want.
Yeah,
that's a good point. That would be.
That would be.
But that's. I mean, like that. But I just laugh because it's like, oh.
That's hilarious as a franchise to where you're just like, fuck, we can't draft because we only want like six quarterbacks. Fuck it, we'll just go get the best quarterback on the market. What did we do last time? Oh, wait, we got Peyton Manning? All right, Aaron Rodgers, you'll do.
Yeah.
Because it just cracked me up. It was like, damn, like nobody is going to even think that he wants to go to any other team. It's just Denver, like Denver, and okay, I'll just go with it. But I just seen with all these teams. I mean, hell, even Minnesota's thinking about moving on from Kirk Cousins. You know, it's going to.
You could use him as a stopgap if you wanted to. Because, I mean, he's not great, but he's shown he can play at least a little bit.
But that's my thing. No, like Minnesota's thinking about moving on from Kirk Cousins.
I was asking Jake, are you talking about bringing Kirk Cousins here?
I'm just adding to the QB conversation because we're already talking about Garoppolo, Kirk.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Look at all the. I'm like, let's sit and really think about all the options that we can have instead of the always the crown jewel of Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, and Deshaun Watson. Let's truly look at it and look at all the teams that wants the quarterback and that feel like that's what I say. Which teams from this year that didn't make the playoffs or around there that needs a quarterback, like the Carolina Panthers. I mean, they was hot for a while, but as you can tell, they didn't hit on the quarterback market.
I don't think they're trading for another quarterback, though, man. They literally just did it.
If Kirk Cousins can't win with Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen, come on.
Well, that's why he's just a stopgap. Yeah, he can come here and play here for a year.
I don't want it. I rather develop my young quarterback than waste a fucking year or two on Kirk Cousins.
I don't think he's going to develop into throwing the ball like Kirk Cousins.
I mean, you can't say that though.
I mean, I'm pretty confident in thinking.
Well, what
Howie's already done wasn't anything special when he was in San Diego.
Man,
he was pretty good in San Diego.
Yeah, was he?
Yeah,
Jalen Hurts is never going to turn.
I mean, that's what I said. It's like when you think about San Diego, you got to remember he was just handing it off to LT a lot.
Yeah, that was it.
No, but he could throw the ball though. He could throw the ball.
He did throw it, but hey, I mean, that's what I say.
He can playing that well, where they're just like, Drew Brees, who needs him?
Well, no, I just don't see what any of you guys see in Hurts throwing the football that he can do that.
The thing is, too,
I'm willing. I'm just.
Howie's not committed to Jalen Hurts either. Because literally 24 hours after he said, he's like, yeah, Jalen Hurts is our guy. I literally saw a report like an hour or two ago saying that the Eagles would be on the phones for the quarterback market. So
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
How can you not be though? Whether you like Hurts or not, it's a disservice to not look at all your options.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's Howie. I mean, come on now. Like, let's truly be real. He tried to sit up there and sell us on Sam Bradford. Like that, like seriously, we was like, nah, that ain't fucking happening.
Sammy Sleeve, goodness.
The sleeveless wonder.
No, it wasn't sleeveless. His sleeves were fucking huge. And then he had no sleeves. His fucking sleeves were a pillowcase.
Just remember,
yeah,
Sam Bradford.
I'm not doing why are you throwing in? Oh, okay. Yeah, so you're talking about all 3 first rounders, Hurts and Sanders
for Wilson,
for Russell Wilson, Metcalf, and Sidney Jones. Oh Lord, why are we
Sidney Jones is just a toss in.
Yeah, he just tossing him in. No,
yeah,
I'm not doing that.
No, I'm not doing it.
No, I'm not doing that.
It's too much.
And that's what I'm saying. It's okay. That's what I'm like. I always flip it around. Okay, if a team is gonna call me about Russell Wilson, I'm like this. I want some shit. Yeah. Like you got first is like this. You gotta entice me before we even talk to Russell.
Right. Yeah. No. Absolutely.
So
yeah, if I was
Seattle, they don't hardly have any draft capital. Yeah. They don't have any draft capital, so they definitely like. It's definitely going to be 2 or more. And it's like that 2 is like, how you going to entice them? Because they're going to look for that second rounder. Are you going to willing to say 2 first rounders this year? Or if you try to do that 1 this year, 1 next year, and then you're going to have to give up a second round either this year or next year.
Yeah, like there's no way that Seattle's like, hey, you know what? We're going to give up Russell Wilson for like the same type of trade that we did for the Jets linebacker whose name is escaping me.
The Jets
linebacker?
CJ Mosley?
Yeah, C. Mosley.
No, the guy they traded for.
Oh, you thinking about the safety?
I'm sorry, he's basically a linebacker anyway. Something Adams or
Jamal
Adams.
Jamal Adams. Yeah, the name was escaping me. I was like,
LSU
fuck.
guy, I should know that.
It happens, man.
That's why you don't pay 2 firsts, a second, and like $80 million for a.
And the fact that you gave him a contract extension too. Yeah, no, exactly. Yep.
It's because he was a young All-Pro.
He was the best player on a shit team. No, I'm not saying he's not good. I'm not saying he's not good.
He's just not a real safety though. Like he's a safety who basically fills that one spot at linebacker. That's it.
No, he's very talented, but I think it's the
defensive scheme. But who would you say won out of that trade?
Oh, the Jets.
Between that Jets and Pay. That's what I'm saying. It's for like look how much capital they gave up for one guy.
Mm-hmm.
For one guy that thinking that was going to be to take them like over that hill.
Right.
Like, that's where we got to look at it. It's like how much capital do you think you're going to give up for one guy you think is going to take you over the hill?
Right.
Yeah, that's how I'm like, if you're going to talk about trading multiple first rounders for, our future and everything, I'm like, that guy got to take us to the Super Bowl, period.
No. If you believe that he's the quote unquote guy, then yeah, you pay whatever you have to.
Yeah, the minimum for these QB trades is as of right now, it's the first and third and fourth. Yeah. Like that's just the minimum because that's like the base for a lot of them. Like with the Carson Wentz, Sam Bradford, and then you get like the Matt Stafford, your Matt Stafford and Jared Goff trade where it's multiple first round picks because you got to balance the checkbooks and shit like that.
Well, there's a lot. The thing is, too, there's a lot of things that can still happen in this offseason, right?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, there's rumors going around that Brandon Brooks might retire, so that automatically
gives us 13 mil.
16.
Like 16, yeah. 16
oh,
to
16 mil, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
so then you're looking at $46 million, not to mention you can always restructure.
Which you know how he's going to.
You can restructure Hargraves.
Say Malu's only on like a $4 million contract, so he can have that. I'm not worried about $2-3 million, but
he's just trying to audition for the center job.
Yeah, no, there's still a lot that has to happen before we even before we even start talking about.
Well, I'm not sweating the veteran thing.
Like, okay,
no, I'm not.
Well, I put it a little bit
happen because as of right now, Hurts is my quarterback. Could that change?
Right now? Yeah, absolutely.
Could it change as we get like a steal of a deal because one of their GMs goes full mental breakdown? Sure, but like. Unless I'm getting a good deal that is benefiting me, I'm good. Like I can wait a year. Like I can wait it out. Like it's not going to kill me.
Yep.
So
trade Fletcher Cox. Yeah, I mean that's a possibility.
You're a year off on that. You're a year away from that.
Listen, if you can get something for him, I'll be all for it.
But right now,
first or second, I'm not taking anything less.
I mean, he almost went to the steal with the trade deadline. So
I could argue he didn't do shit the second half of the season.
Would you take a third, fourth?
I take a third. I take a third or a fourth at this point. I'm fine.
Yep.
Like if someone wants to take that money, Todd, then I'm all for it. I don't care. You can give me a 6 as long as you take that contract off my hands.
I mean, you're still left with a great amount of depth cap. So
yeah, but again, it's all about. Again, whenever we talk about the cap, I'm never worried about it because of who my GM is.
That's for certain. There's one thing he showed last year.
Going to worry about. Yeah, exactly. Yep,
he showed last year that not only did he get under the cap, save some extra money going into this year.
He got like 20 million. He got
and made us.
He put together a playoff team with like 20 million change.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I give Howie his credit where it's due. I just know those 3 first rounders are burning a hole in his back of his pocket.
Yeah, yep. You know he's going to trade at least one of them. That's a
fact. And that's why I was going to just kind of slide in there. Which one would y'all prefer?
23.
To try to trade for a veteran or trade those first rounders to get into 2023?
It honestly all depends.
It depends on
if they're like, oh, we want the 23rd pick. Some team wants the 23rd pick, and they're willing to give me a second. and a pick next year, I'm cool with that.
I thought we have 16,
19. I'm sorry.
15, 16, and 19.
15, 16, and 19.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm willing to look. I want a second round. I want an additional pick next year, so I have some flexibility. But if someone's like, all right, if the Seahawks come to me and they're like, all right, you give us the 19th pick, you get DK Metcalf. Let's do that.
Well, even like if it's even something as simple as like similar to what we did with the Dolphins last year, to where we traded down, we moved to their spot, and then we got a pick the following year. I'm fine with moving down and also getting a pick the following year.
Yeah, that's why that like
if it's 15, I'm trading down.
Which one would you do? Would you trade down, get the pick for next year, or trade for a veteran now?
No, I would.
It all depends.
So, are you saying veteran? Are you like
a Russell Wilson, or what do you mean?
Are you saying you're saying not quarterback?
Because I'm trying to keep it like as neutral, because I know it's just one draft pick to where we can have like that 2023 pick.
Yeah, but are you saying you're trading it for a quarterback, or you're not trading it for a quarterback?
For like, if you're trading for that veteran quarterback, or would you trade for that next year prospect? Like, that's where I'm trying to get it to. Like, which one would you feel more like easy, or like more easy to do? Like, just go ahead, trade one of those ones, wait for the next year crop of quarterbacks, or just like feel like you got to win now and get that veteran.
I mean, if it's one, just real quick, if it's one pick, which we all agree it's not going to be one pick.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's one pick this year and then one pick next year,
I'm golden.
Yeah, then I'm obviously going with the.
Okay, I'll put it like as it's going to be like that Jimmy Garoppolo, that Kirk Cousins level, not the Russell Wilson, because we already know that's going to be 2 first rounders.
No, then I'll probably trade. I'll trade back, and I'll trade into next year, and hope to get hope to trade multiple picks to move up in the draft next year.
Yeah,
I'm not sold on Hurts either way.
So. All right, like that's why I'm like, because the Russell Wilsons, the Aaron Rodgers, even Deshaun, we know that's going to take 2 or more.
Yeah.
So it was like if you just keep it as neutral, you're going to get like the quarterback that you can get is like either Jimmy G, Kirk Cousins. I don't even think you can even get Derek Carr right now for just 1 first rounder. For how he played this year.
Would you trade a first round pick for Jared Goff?
No, nope.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Even Jared Goff, would you give up a first
rounder for him? Quarterback. He was been to a Super Bowl.
Exactly.
I'm good.
I'm just saying. I'm playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You really got to look at it from both sides of the coin. And I know it's easy to say that we want Russell Wilson, but I'm like, okay, if you were Seattle holding that chip, knowing that teams got multiple first rounders, and like hell, I will try to I'm going to get 3, and it could be like 2 this year and 1 next year. Like, you trying to figure out how to get the most for that one guy, knowing that everybody wants that guy.
We have this guy. Hey, QB needed teams. We have a really sexy backup. His name is Gardner Minshew. I hear a second round pick is really nice this time of year.
Dude,
that could be a possibility too.
And Gardner Minshew. Somebody offered me a second round pick for Gardner.
A QB needy team, like you said, Pete, that will trade for Gardner Minshew because he has.
I don't think people honestly realize how many trade pieces the Eagles have heading into next season. You got your guys like Andre. You got an Andre Dillard, who I think teams like the Bengals could honestly use a guy like him.
The Bengals could use him.
That's taxed 50+ times.
Yeah, the Bengals could use him. The Steelers.
I mean, the Jaguars. I mean, like that's what I'm saying. We got a lot of pieces that is like Miles very Sanders. Enticing.
I'll trade Miles Sanders. I'll trade Miles Sanders.
I don't want to talk about a trade for Miles Sanders, knowing that we could have had D-Hop.
I'll trade Miles Sanders for a used napkin.
I mean, he's not doing much good now.
I'll trade Miles Sanders.
Matter of fact, if you go back, would you make that trade?
I would have made it that day. As soon as Bill O'Brien said, he's like, yeah, I just want a second round pick of Miles, I would have been like, no question. Like, it's not even a thought. You say second round pick of Miles Sanders, I'm like, done. Actually, no, he just has to say second and I'm done. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Dan, would you have traded Miles Sanders in a second for D-Hop?
Yeah. You didn't even need
then no. Now
I just love your little stoic face right now.
Carson Wentz might still be here
if we got D-Hop. Yeah,
Carson Wentz might still be here.
I can almost guarantee you he would still be here,
and
he'd look much better.
And that's why I always like. That's always like the driving force of what I'm tired of talking about quarterbacks, because we did all those moves to go get Carson, and then it was like he gave us that MVP season, and it's like I went out and got the man's name on the jerseys. Like I went and got the home, the away, because I was like, I was so sold that was our guy, and to see it just crumble. Just these past 4 years, and here he is. He's got a different jersey, and he was kind of showing flashes, but then he failed into not getting that team into the playoffs. And you're talking about Phillip Old Man Rivers that got that team into the playoffs. So it was like it's very tough to look at. I know people are happy to say like, oh, I'm so glad we got rid of Wentz and everything, but it just makes me sad because I was like, dude, we was Pennsylvania, okay? So I'm not gonna sit here and try to dog that out. It makes me sad to know, like, I feel like we need to go into the Marvel universe and see like what it would have been like if Carson Wentz didn't get hurt or nothing, because
it makes you feel any better. My Caleb Sturgis jersey is pretty lonely in my closet.
Shut up, Pete.
You really have that jersey in your closet?
Yeah, you want me to go get it?
No.
Can you please? Pete. I need it for comedy.
Oh Lord! But no,
I can guarantee that's why he shut his camera off. I can guarantee you that's why.
Yeah, he didn't want to show off his man bod. But anyway,
that jersey.
Oh.
Nasty 215. Think we trade Minshew and bring back Foles. Listen, I'm all for a good time. Why not?
Why not? Why not?
Carson's not here anymore, so there's not as much Foles.
Yeah, I think Hurts will be all right with.
Oh my god!
Wow.
You actually have a start. Well,
and wow, you got it in the black. At least you make sure you got it in a cool color.
To be fair,
my buddy got it for me for Christmas one year because he was
all right.
Oh, I thought okay. I thought you were saying you got it. Okay, that's different.
No.
That's different. Okay.
And in return, I bought him a Bobby Hoying jersey.
So he won the trade then.
Yeah,
he won that deal. But
and because every time if you wear that, people are gonna think you got a Smith jersey and like Caleb Sturgis, man. If you're gonna buy a knockoff, get at least one that says Smith on it.
I mean, you could get it redone.
I got a Smith one. I drove 3 hours to get a Smith one.
You did. You told me about that.
Dedication.
But
opening game of the season, I drove 3 hours to and from to go. Yeah,
I remember you told me that. We were on the phone. Like I had to drive 3 hours to get.
I needed to. I don't care. I didn't give a fuck. I knew he was going to be smart.
So
I didn't give a fuck.
So for the people at home, you drove from Jersey to where?
Collegeville, Pennsylvania.
Jesus Christ!
Why did you have to drive that far?
What?
Why did you have to drive that far to get a jersey?
Because there's nowhere around me that had a Smith jersey.
They were sold out everywhere.
They're all sold out everywhere. So I drove an hour and 40 minutes to this place in Collegeville, Pennsylvania, Rally House that had it.
Yeah. I know exactly.
I also found a $20 discount code online. So my $130 jersey was like $85.
Yeah, I'm not going to plug them, but they got really good stuff.
They have really great shit.
Might have to hit them up. Make them a sponsor.
Yeah, I gotta get on definitely gotta get some Kelly Green. I gotta see if they got the split Kelly Greens. I got the Reggie White. I didn't get Cunningham, and I would love to get Eric Allen. I love the home and away jersey, man.
I did too.
Man, that was the thing in the 2000s, man. When you growing up black, when they busted out the little split jerseys, you was just like, oh shit, man. Like, man, I gotta get that shit.
They were sold out.
Hell, I went fucking for what was it, 2 Christmas ago? I had got my pullover starter Eagles jacket.
I want a starter so bad. I want
exactly
so bad.
Like don't get it. Come on, Jake. We both in that same age group, man. There ain't nothing like having that starter jacket. That is.
Oh, it's so sexy. I saw a dude with a starter jacket at my bar, and I was just like, oh, that's so sweet.
It doesn't matter what team it is; it always looks.
It just looks cool. Like even a Cowboys one, it's still sexy.
It still looks good. Yeah.
Exactly. My wife always tells me how she had the Charlotte Hornets one. I'm like, why'd you have that? She's like, what do you think? I'm like, oh, the color.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
You know what jersey I would love that like I'll never be able to find? Seth Joyner.
You could probably if you get a custom, you could.
Yeah.
You can find that one.
But no, Todd, you're right. When we were growing up, the starter jacket was it.
Yep.
That was it. That was the ultimate jacket. I mean, like you talking about kept you warm. It was very comfortable. I was like, yo. Stylish, and then they brought it back. I was like, yes.
You can wear it with whatever. It didn't matter.
You look like a straight G when you're wearing it.
Yeah,
there you go.
Listen, if you walked around with that in school, you were the coolest kid in school.
Yeah,
you was the shit.
How it went. Be like, oh,
was the shit.
He's got a star jacket. All right.
And that's the best part. It could be college or football. It was like, yo, you're the shit. NBA.
Yeah, it didn't matter. You have a starter jacket.
You have a starter jacket.
Sure I think I had a 49ers one only because that was like, I think it was like probably 10 or 11. That was like before I matured and like realized like, yeah, I got to be an Eagles fan. And I was a Steve Young fan.
You didn't have, when it comes to the starter jacket, growing up, that was a neutral. As long as it was a jacket, it was a starter jacket. Yeah, as long as it was a starter.
Style. Yeah,
style. That's what it was. Like,
it was style back then. That's exactly true. Yeah. But I'm actually happy to see they're making a comeback, though. I'm really happy to see they're making.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's
they're expensive as shit.
Yeah.
They're like $100, but I don't
care.
Money has no price, Dan.
Oh yeah, I'm with you. That was like when Champions started like coming back around. That started being like stylish again. They jacked the prices.
Certain things just pure depression. Mm-hmm. All right, I feel starter jackets are one of those things.
Certain things just cure depression.
I don't care what anyone says. I think God knew that the pandemic was coming, and He gave us 2017. And he's just like, you guys can live off that for like another decade. I'm like, it helps a little bit.
Hey,
right, let's
better than the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I love. Can I just say that my boy Troy Aikman dissed them. He's like, you might as well be the Jaguars or the Jets, and I'm like, that's not fair. Because the Jets have been to 2 AFC championship games, and the Jaguars have been to 1. The Cowboys have been to 0 championship games since 1995.
Oh, trust me. Well, Troy was just evil that Saturday. I mean, from destroying us, and then destroying fucking his own college, the Cowboys. I was like, Troy is vicious. When don't ever piss him off.
Because remember, at one offseason, like Troy Aikman was going to be our quarterback, and Shannon Sharp was going to be our backup tight end.
I remember that.
McNabb was hurt, and
Andy Reid called him.
Yep, and McNabb was hurt, so we needed a QB, and we also needed a tight end. Can you imagine that? Right into the playoffs with a fucking Troy Aikman Eagles jersey and Shannon Sharp. Oh my God, I think about that at least once a week, and I'm just like. I don't care if we got blown out and Shannon didn't catch anything. I would love to just bank on that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If Shannon Sharp was here, I would have gotten a Shannon Sharp jersey. That's a question.
Most definitely. I mean, come on now. That's Uncle Shay Shay.
Exactly. I love Shannon, but
that's my guy. I watch him every week.
He's great. Let's get into these games and then we'll wrap up and get on out of here.
Yeah, let's because now any of these could be damn Super Bowl. I can see
these slate of games. These slate of games are loaded. And
yes.
All right, hold on. Let me get on my sports book real quick. So, Cincinnati Bengals at the Tennessee Titans tomorrow at 4:30 p.m.
Titans. Fucking Derek. Like I said, Derrick Henry is looking monstrous. Like he's going to.
Is he?
I don't know.
He's off injury reserve.
I know, but is he rusty?
Yeah, that's he hasn't played in a while, so that's my concern.
Hey, I got the Bengals in an upset.
I do too. I have the Bengals.
Hey, I'm going with the Titans because
I like Tannehill in the playoffs.
I think because with Derrick Henry coming back, they still gonna run that ball, and because they're gonna keep that. They're gonna try to keep that offense on the sideline.
Yep.
And I just the playoff experience, man, is so far what we done seen. The playoff experience matters.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Trade him, Bill. Trade him.
Yeah, Bill says, "Hey boys, question. What do you do with Sanders? I'm not paying him. Yeah, no, I'm not paying.
I'm not paying him back. I'm not paying him.
He'll play his last year here, and then
we'll call the Browns. We'll swap Miles Sanders for Kareem Hunt.
Because I know they talked about a contract extension. I think it was this coming season, and then the Eagles and Miles' agent were on two completely separate planets. So
I mean, like unless Sanders does like a Eckler deal, like what was it? Like a 4-year. What was it worth? 25 mil. So what was like a $5 million a year?
Yeah, $5 million a year.
If he signs like a Kareem Hunt type deal where it's like 2 years, 15, I might do that.
I'll do 2 for 10. That's the best.
You know what I really like? They got on the roster right now. Honestly,
who's that?
Gainwell. I love Gainwell.
Oh, Gainwell's got to get his touches. Like
that's why I'd honestly trade him, and then you re-sign Boston Scott. And then your 3 guys are Boston Scott, Kenneth Gainwell, Jordan Howard, and then whatever 6th-round running back you. Or you know what? You use Jason Huntley.
Well, I will bring back Howard before I bring back Scott just because of Gainwell.
I'd bring back because I don't know what Jordan Howard is, and what I mean by that is he's only 20. I think he's like my age. I think he's 27, but his body's like 35. With all his injuries.
Well, okay, you got a point. I'd rather get you.
Buddy.
We definitely need that big back. Like that's the only. I'm like we need that big back and.
Give me Kenneth Walker, please and thank you.
Not in the 2nd round.
Like, give me Kenneth Walker. I'll take. I don't care what it is. I'll take him in the late first. I don't care.
That's what I'm trying to. Who would you bring back, Howard or Scott?
I bring back Scott. Bring back Scott.
I don't think Howard's going to cost anything.
I'm not in love with Scott as much as he's done, like late season.
That was my thing. I look at Kenneth Gainwell like they both are similar, but Kenny is more explosive and he can tote it more. He's just a little bit bigger than Scott.
Well, if you saw early in the season, they were favoring Kenny early on. Like at the beginning of the year, they were favoring Kenny.
Yeah. And then
Kenny was getting carries left and right, and Miles wasn't getting any. So
7 touchdowns this year, man.
Yeah, for a rookie.
As a rookie,
so that's insane.
Yep.
That's
insane.
So
I'm like you, Dan. It's like that's what I'm like. Scott can really kind of walk. I mean, if he stays, he stays. But I would be like, which one will be easier to find that the replacement of Scott in the draft or Howard?
Howard.
I think Scott would be easier. That's just my opinion. I like that guy.
I think you could get both back relatively cheap.
I do like that guy out of Kansas State, though. That running back out of Kansas State. What is his name? They're comparing him to Darren Sproles, which is probably foolish by me. But
Howie's like, oh my god, I have to have him. I love the last guy we thought was going to be Darren Sproles.
Yeah.
Well,
what a mess.
That Donald Humphrey. I don't know. That was. Oh my God!
When we go down in the offseason.
That's another mistake I'll never forget. In a running back loaded draft, you get the worst one.
Yeah.
That Kamara.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Kamara. Dalvin Cook, Christian McCaffrey.
Well, on the consolation, he got between Dalvin and Kamara. Howie just got beat to the punch on that one.
Yeah, because the Vikings traded up. You're right.
Yeah, that's that
we don't
one.
Need
that
the
one.
Super Bowl. We got Dalvin Cook. It's okay.
But I mean, hell, I like his brother.
His brother looks good. Yeah, his brother looks good.
Yeah, I'll be happy to pick his brother. But I just know I'm okay. Screw it. All three. You have all 3 first rounders, and you decide to use it. What positions are you going to use those 3 first rounders on?
Okay, so
D-line, corner, and
Bryce asked a similar question earlier.
Honestly, it all depends on who's there. Like,
well, I mean, like I know that one, but
looks like Tyler Lindenbaum, who's arguably the best lineman in the draft, falls to 15. I can't not take him.
Yeah, it depends on, like you said, Pete. To your point, it depends on who's there, though. I'm all for Tyler Lindenbaum. I'll take him at 15 or 16. But again, if Kelsey retires, I'll take him in a second.
Well, and here's the way that I answered the question, Todd. Mm-hmm. How many holes do we have on this team?
A lot.
Yeah. So
you're
taking best available player at the end of the day.
Always. But that's what I'm saying. It's like you always gonna, like, when it comes to the first round, you're always gonna pick the talent. But it's when you're talking about the first round, like the talent at all positions, like especially in that first round, is all kind of like similar. It's just like how you going to rank it. You're not going to try to base it on need, but you kind of
depending
do.
On who falls.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like, say for instance,
here's how I'm going to convince Howie to draft a linebacker. Are you ready?
How's that?
I'm going to tell him
dropping to your knees.
I am. I'm going to tell him the Kobe Dean, however you say his name. I'm going to tell him he's actually, even though he's listed as a linebacker, he's actually a defensive end.
Yeah.
He's a defensive end. It's a misprint on ESPN. He is not a linebacker. He's a D lineman or D tackle.
No, just tell him what do you call it?
And he's from like a really small school that you've never heard of.
Go into their Wikipedias.
Yeah.
Howie, he's not from the SEC either. I know you love those linebackers.
Yeah.
I know you love those non-SEC DNs.
P, I thought you was just gonna come in there with a slogan like, "Hey, I'll drop to my knees for Dean, man."
No,
that's what I thought you was gonna.
That's a t-shirt.
I got fun one.
Yeah, that's a t-shirt right there.
I'm so confident we won't draft a linebacker. If we go linebacker first round, I'll do a whole show as Skip Bayless.
Wow.
Suit mannerisms. I'll do the whole fucking show for 3 hours.
That's not.
Nah, I don't think so.
That's not.
You got to get a wig then.
You're better off entering Andy Reid lookalike contest.
It's my turn.
It's my turn.
That is Jordan-esque.
It's my turn.
So that means I'll be Skip. No Skip. No Skip. You're gonna wait there, Skip. You're gonna wait there, Skip. It's not your turn yet, Skip. You're gonna wait there.
It's my turn. I'll get the fucking.
That's pretty good.
No, it ain't your turn.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's pretty fucking good.
That's actually pretty good.
I thought you.
I'm gonna have a sip of this yak first, Skip. I'm gonna have a sip of this yak right here. Ooh. And you and your Cowboys are gonna get this hot ale. We serving up this hot ale in Club Shay Shay.
Yak is Jordan-esque.
We serving up hot ale.
Dude, I'll literally watch like 6 months of Undisputed, and I'll get all the mannerisms down. I'll have my fat pieces of paper where I'll just look at it.
What you have to
I'll shake my head, and I'll just be like,
What you have to do, Pete, you just have to post a video, just tweet a video of you breathing into your phone. Like, just looking at your phone.
Guys, I got it. I'm ready. Are you ready?
Oh, wow.
He's throwing the jersey in the trash.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I got it.
Yeah, got it.
Dude, come on. He does that at least once a fucking season.
Yeah, he's like, I'm done.
I'm done. Okay, so what is like everybody went with the Bengals except for me, so I'm the lone wolf.
No, I'm going Ryan Tannehill because that's my dog.
Yeah. All right, so we long as but okay.
All right, cool. So San Francisco 49ers at Green Bay.
Green Bay because Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
it's Aaron Rodgers.
That's especially at home. He's only lost 19 at Lambeau Field. He's only lost 19.
With all that, he's 0-3. He is 0-3 against the Niners.
Oh,
damn!
Didn't he lose to the playoffs in a few years ago
in the NFC Championship?
Yep.
That's a good point. 0-3.
0-3 against the Niners.
So I'm basing this off of if Warner and Bosa are both healthy.
Bosa's clear.
And since you brought that up, also by when we was thinking of that we could shock the world, we was hoping that Barnett, what was it, David, and who else was supposed to be out? JPP, all on the Buccaneers. They were supposed to come in there banged up, and they came in there healthy. So that really shut down our run game. Yep. People. That's why I was like, if you really look at that game, and you cannot tell me how important linebackers are, because anytime Boston Scott, Sanders try to hit that outside, it got shut down immediately.
Yep.
Just absolute immediate.
Also, they literally spent like 10 years they spent 10 years building that whole defense.
That's my point.
They just swapped in the best quarterback to ever live.
Yeah, that's my thing. I'm like, that's
if
why
you want to do that. You want to build this team for like the next 10 years, and then we'll like swap in like Peyton Manning's like grandson or whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, his nephew.
Arch Manning. I'm cool. Let's do that.
Yeah. So that this is what I was getting at, and
it's a good point too, Bill.
I agree with Bill here.
It's a good point.
And that's scary.
This is my second upset. I think the Niners can pull this out if their defense is healthy, and their run game is good, and Green Bay has difficulty stopping the run. So I mean,
all right, here's a fun one. Who's a bigger choke artist in the playoffs, Drew Brees or Aaron Rodgers?
They both have one, right? Yeah, they both have
one. We'll get both of them. Like at least Rodgers could get to his NFC Championship games and lose. Drew Brees couldn't even fucking do that.
I wouldn't say it's all on Brees though, but I know what you're saying. I'd say Brees.
Imagine having a combination of Drew Brees and Sean Payton as a head coach quarterback combo, and you have less than like 4 playoff wins in like a decade.
Yeah, and you know what's funny that you said that. Like, think about if Donovan won that one that we went to.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He would be in that, like, he would literally be in that same discussion that you're having with Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers. Because he won
absolutely.
one,
like, people consider them Hall of Famers with just one.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. Whereas I would put him in that same discussion with Drew Brees, while Aaron Rodgers hasn't gotten his team back to a Super Bowl, he's consistently, after he won the first one, got his team to NFC Championship game after NFC Championship game.
Mm-hmm.
Donovan, post-Super Bowl, got his team to at least one.
Yeah, but prior he got them to all of them.
Yeah.
They went to 4 straight.
They went to 4 straight.
Yeah, 4 straight.
Neither of those other guys
that
did
fifth
that,
one.
So.
That fifth one. I mean, that was a marvel in itself because we snuck into the playoffs. We, we beat the Vikings, or was it who we beat first?
The Falcons.
I think it was No, I think you're right, Todd. I think it was the Vikings.
Was it the Vikings? And then it feels like it's another team though.
I don't know.
The first round.
It was the Giants. It was the Giants.
It was the Giants. Okay.
It was the Giants because it was a low-scoring game.
Was that the first round or the second round?
That was the wild card. It was the wild card. We had to go to New York.
Mahomes is about to take Andy to his 4th straight. We beat New York, and then we went to Minnesota because that was the divisional, but we lost against the Cardinals in the championship.
Ryan Westbrook.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. That's right.
But I'm going with the Niners though. I don't
know. I kind of like Todd's logic here. I'm going to switch to Niners.
No, because it's Debo, man. The way they ran, man, that was
the way
scary.
they use Debo. It's
scary.
It's insane how they use him.
And Brandon Ayuk. I mean, you talking about two guys where it's just.
It took Brandon a while. It took Brandon a while to come on, and now.
Well, I mean, did it take him a while, or did it take Kyle Shanahan like 10 weeks to be like, oh wait, I have Brandon Ayuk on my roster?
Yeah, that's also true. Because I mean, he didn't do much his rookie year.
Like he did it, but like there was literally times where like, oh, so why aren't you doing anything with Brandon Ayuk? He's just like, I don't think he's earned it or whatever bullshit Shanahan would say.
Mm-hmm.
No. I will say if there's one coach that scares the living, because Chucks was talking about this on Twitter a few days ago. He's like, well, why don't they give Kyle Shanahan his respect? And I said. And my honest answer is because he chokes it away every time he has it.
Well, you saw that in the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah. Not only just the Super Bowl, exact. Both Super Bowls he was in.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. Oh, right. The Falcons won. Right.
Remember, he was a big part of that.
Right. I forgot. I keep forgetting he was on the Falcons.
You forgot about that. You forgot about Dan Quinn was with him in that Super Bowl. Come on, man.
No, I didn't forget Dan Quinn was with him. I didn't forget that.
But no, it's just that's one thing
that Dan Quinn connection was going to bite him in the ass.
Well, Dan Quinn might get a head coaching job. So
yeah,
you might get a head coaching job somewhere.
He might be the new.
He might get Dallas head coach.
But no, I will have to be a split bet because I can also see Green Bay winning, but I'm like Dan. It's like if everybody comes in, if the 49ers are healthy and they go into Green Bay, I think that their running game is perfect for Lambeau. It's just
and you have to keep Rodgers off the field, so that's perfect.
Exactly. Yeah. You have to.
This is and if they're healthy, the Niners defense is good. Like
it's very good.
Yes, they got good. Pressure with 4.
Yeah,
and that's what I mean, guys. It's like that's when you talking about when the money you got allocated or top draft picks on that line, for a 4-3, you have to get pressure with that 4. I mean, you can send blitzes, but if you're still getting pressure with the 4, that does so much for your defense. It really does.
Yeah, speaking of Cowboys, how about Dak getting fined $25,000 for being a piece of shit?
Yeah, well,
I mean that's just the Cowboys' life. Yeah,
I was wondering when Dak was going to go full heel.
He's going to go full heel.
He couldn't hold the Cowboy scumbagness in much longer.
He's like, yeah.
Oh wait, they were throwing it at our fans. That's wrong. Well, they were throwing it at the officials. Yeah, fuck those guys.
Yeah.
That was their whole thing all season. They're just bitching and moaning about the refs. I'm like,
the Cowboys
stop being an undisciplined bunch of scumbags.
And well, if Molly Mall's still in here, the Cowboys are in trouble just for the fact that they're $13 million over the cap right now.
Oh, they cut some players.
And Jerry wants to questions. Remember, Jerry wants to get rid of Amari. Just saying.
Well, I mean, you're paying him too much money, and he's not producing. I don't blame Jerry at all. I don't blame him whatsoever. He's not producing.
Yeah, fine. He can come on over here. I'll take him.
So I want to add something real quick, not football related, but I just saw this on Twitter.
Oh God, what happened?
Little basketball perspective for us who just went through a bad night of, Pete got to witness it firsthand, unfortunately, but
yeah.
So the Celtics played Portland tonight. And I don't know if a lot of you guys know, but Portland pretty much has nobody right now. They got Anthony Simons who's tearing it up, but they don't have Dame, they don't have nobody.
Really?
So there's 2 screenshots right here. There's 7:10 left in the fourth quarter, and they're up 11. Boston's beating Portland, and then you forward to the end of the fourth quarter, and they lose by 10 points.
Wow.
I'm sorry, 5 points.
Wow.
Damn.
God bless the Celtics.
Yeah, the Celtics stink. Celtics stink. Sorry, Bill. Not sorry, but Celtics stink. Yeah, you know what? Give me the 49ers. Give me the 49ers. Why not?
Todd's like, I have conquered this poll.
No, man. It's just one of those. It's one of those games where you can see that Green Bay should win. It's like Green Bay should beat the shit out of the 49ers. Right. But how, like, the 49ers are what we kind of was hoping for the Eagles. It's like you shocked the world. You went into, a place where you was counted out that you shouldn't have won. They beat the Cowboys. Now they're going to go to Green Bay. And what they showed you is that the team is built for this kind of atmosphere. Is like,
but if you're Nick Bosa, it must be really confusing because on the one hand, you want to sack Aaron Rodgers, but on the one hand, he stands for everything that you stand for. What are you going to do? It's like, no, I can't hurt Aaron. We're 2 peas in a pod. I don't believe in COVID either. And
no, fuck all that. You play for the dub, man.
Yeah,
this is playoffs.
It doesn't matter.
Fuck all that shit. But no, it's. I just something about the Niners, man.
I hear you. I hear you, Todd.
Can Jimmy G finally win a Super Bowl?
Maybe.
No, we ain't going that far. It's that defense and that run game.
Yeah.
Right. What got you to the dance?
That's what got them there last time. So
exactly.
All right. So
Sunday. What's the next game?
Los Angeles Rams at the Buccaneers.
Go Rams. Matt Stafford season. Let's go.
Wait, the Rams got to go to Tampa Bay?
Correct.
Yeah. Oh, I thought Tampa Bay had to go to L.A.
Correct. Well, that's at least
Tampa has the better seating.
That's how FanDuel's has it right now. Anyway.
I thought the Rams had the better seeding. That's why.
Rams at Tampa.
Well, I don't know. I thought the Rams had a better seeding, but
anyway. Yeah, Rams at Bucs. Yep. Give me the Rams.
Yeah, because they didn't win their division. That's why.
Yeah, give me the Rams.
I'm not betting against Brady anymore.
No, I hear you.
I was getting ready to say. I was like, here's the thing. How is the Buccaneers getting healthier?
Mm-hmm.
Are the Buccaneers still getting a little healthy? Like, are they going to have some pieces on the secondary?
No, and they're missing one of their starting tackles.
Oh, Tristan Wirfs.
Tristan Wirfs. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck. You talking about Aaron Donald.
Yeah, Aaron Donald.
Von Miller.
Von Miller, who's still good. Who's still pretty good.
But it's that guard position. That's the. I mean,
can I just laugh?
That's how I'm looking at it.
Odell's gonna have 3 touchdowns and eliminate Tom Brady, and then Skip's just gonna Skip's gonna kill himself live on air.
Odell's back.
No, it's called whoever's got to take Tristan Wirfs' spot. If he can't go, good luck, because Aaron Donald, you're gonna get a heavy dose of Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, give me the Niners. Give me the Niners all day. Or not the Niners, I'm sorry, the Rams. Excuse me.
Matt Stafford's gonna go to the Super Bowl, and he's gonna have the same amount of playoff wins as the Cowboys.
Oh my God.
I'm feeling Dan too. Is like, I don't want to bet against Tom Brady.
That's literally the only argument you need.
Like, I mean, if the Rams are going to get pressure like we expect because of the injuries, and I mean, it's going to be a different story.
I mean, Ryan Tannehill beat him in the opening round a few years ago. Just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I hear you.
I mean, and let's make an argument. Who had more weapons on that team? Brady right now or the Brady in 2019?
But Gator Country said it best. Never.
You don't think he has more weapons now? I think he has a better weapon now in Mike Evans.
Yeah.
I mean, he has Mike Evans, but that's it.
And Gronk. Gronk.
Still got Gronk.
Gronk, got Cameron Brate, OJ Howard.
He got what's that? What's Barian? What was that wide receiver? That people forget that he was a first. No, on the Bucks. That made a couple of catches. Not starts with a B. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He used to be a first rounder, but guess what? He's starting to come on. He's starting to get that connection with Brady.
They signed John Brown last week too, but I don't think he played.
No,
I would sign him.
Really? Damn.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was a free agent.
Yeah, you got a speed guy in John Brown. That's a good point.
Wow, he fell off though. That's sad.
Yeah, he was with the Bills, and then you didn't really hear from him since.
I thought he was still on the Bills. If you want to be truly honest,
last year in the playoffs, he fell off, and
it's all right.
Yeah.
Speaking of Buffalo, last game on Sunday. Buffalo Bills at the Kansas City Chiefs.
Way to finish off the night. God damn.
Give me Buffalo. Give me all upsets.
Oh my God, get out of here.
Give me all upsets. Let's go. All upsets down the board. Put money on it.
Patrick Mahomes is going to rub his balls over his face, and his stupid brother's going to do his dumbass TikTok dances.
and his wife's going to
I'm sorry. Like, until Josh Allen shows me otherwise, Patrick Mahomes is his fucking daddy.
We'll see.
Also, is it in Buffalo? Is it in Buffalo or is it in Kansas City?
In Buffalo.
It's in Kansas City.
Oh wait, is it?
Yeah, it's at Kansas City. Yep.
Oh, is that Kansas City? Oh shit.
You're right.
According to the Google machine.
Never bet against the new GOAT.
No, I won't go that far.
No, I think I'm going Buffalo. They want that revenge.
I give Andy Reid the GOAT. Or that's what you was talking about, Pete. I hope he wasn't talking about
Patrick Mahomes. I'm sorry. That kid could throw a football at his ass and it would go for a touchdown.
and just to be fair, just to throw a little development, a little hit. I gotta do it. But Patrick Mahomes just admitted that he just started reading defenses this year. That's so that's what I say.
God. But he can throw the ball, Todd. Come on.
Patrick Mahomes could use his.
I knew I could get there.
And that thing's going 90 yards.
I knew I was gonna get him. That's why I was like, oh yeah, let me get him.
He can improve on reading. He can improve on that.
I made him readjust. He's like, God damn it, it made me sit up now. I got my blanket. I was all
comfortable. I don't need to read. I can just throw it. And
I can just throw it anywhere.
I can just throw it in triple coverage.
I mean, that's where you got those no-look passes. He wasn't reading no defense. He was just like, oh, look at that.
All right, whatever. Fine. Throw it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll just throw it wherever.
Patrick Mahomes is like that one kid in every backyard football game where you know who he reminds. He's
Pablo Sanchez.
I was going to say
he's the white Pablo Sanchez. That's exactly what he is.
Which backyard sports game it is.
He was the best
soccer,
guy.
Baseball, football. It didn't matter. You always pick Pablo Sanchez.
To the moon. That's one fact. I actually have a Pablo Sanchez T-shirt around here somewhere.
Do you actually?
Yes, because one of my favorite YouTubers plays backyard baseball. And it says "To the Moon, Coach," and it's a picture of Pablo Sanchez on the moon.
So wait. Is it Chiz?
Yes, it's Chiz.
Oh my God! All right, you just went up a notch in my book. All right,
okay.
All right.
The fact that you watch Chiz, I respect you.
He's so much fun.
I respect you a little bit more.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, look at Dan.
I said you went up. I respected him beforehand.
That's also Dan. Dan actually took it. He's like this in his head. He's like, I might can coexist with this fella.
Very few people on this show can.
But no, truly, it's that's Patrick Mahomes.
I drove Ryan and John away.
I don't want to go against my man Andy, but it's just something about Buffalo and seeing that hype video from Justin Poyer. It got me a little hype too.
They're gonna get powerbombed through a fucking table, and Patrick Mahomes is powerbombing them.
But it can be, hey man, until like you said, until Allen does it. I mean, it's hard to bet against it. And then
I'm looking forward to Josh Allen having another fucking temper tantrum.
Yeah,
because remember, if that was Baker Mayfield, I'm just saying that's a 6-month story.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Oh my God, Baker Mayfield's unsportsmanlike conduct is amazing.
Which AFC championship game would y'all rather see? Kansas City versus the Bengals, or the Titans versus the Bills?
Chiefs and Bengals. Because that'll just be an offensive showcase.
Wouldn't that end up being? I don't know. Chiefs Titans. I wouldn't mind seeing again.
Yeah.
I'm kind of happy the way it played out, though.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the way.
That's why I'm like. That's why I'm looking at it, and it's like
all these games this weekend are fantastic.
Is that like what? Let's be honest.
It's a flip of a coin.
One of the best trades in the last decade.
What'd you say?
The Ryan Tannehill trade. Is that like? Because I view that trade as like one of the best trades in the NFL in like the last decade.
What did they end up trading in Miami?
You got a 5th-round pick. You traded him for a 5th-round pick.
Hold on. Let's see.
3 straight years of playoffs, 2 playoff wins, and he's got like, what was it, like 50 touchdowns, 14 picks, or something, some ridiculous number.
It's amazing what happens when you leave Miami.
Yeah, right.
And
you leave, what's his name?
No fucking way. So this is going back on March 15th, 2019 at 4:35 p.m. if you want me to get specific. The Miami Dolphins today announced they have traded quarterback Ryan Tannehill and a 2019 6th-round pick to the Tennessee Titans for a 2019 7th-round pick and a 2020 4th-round pick.
Oh, wow.
So nothing.
Wow.
Nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
yeah,
you got that is round pick. You got a guy.
That's sweet.
That is a fleece.
Yeah, so for a 6th round pick, you got a guy who took you to the playoffs 3 straight years and won 2 games.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know their trade history, but that might be one of their better trades in franchise.
I mean, they gave us Jay Ajayi for a box of tissues.
So he
only lasted. He lasted that box of tissues because
we got a championship out of it. I don't care.
Yeah, we got
that's what I'm saying. It's like
remember, we also conned them out of the pick to get Carson Wentz.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's true. Miami just terrible.
They also gave us a 2nd round pick. They also gave us a 2nd round pick for AJ Feely. So.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Not to mention, they also gave us DeVonta Smith.
Yes.
Miami is the team that keeps on giving.
Well, the Cowboys gave us DeVonta Smith.
Yes, but they gave us they swapped us out from 6 to 12, and we got the additional 1st round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it depends on what that pick will look like this year.
Yeah. So basically, at the end of that trade, you will have had DeVonta Smith, Zach McPherson, whoever the fuck you pick at 15.
Yeah. And Zach McPherson's still a project, so
he's still a project, but I'm cool with that.
We'll see what he turns into next season.
DeVonta Smith by himself is a good deal.
Oh yeah.
You mean they get DeVonta Smith, a project at corner in the 4th round, and a top 15 pick? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Right. No, I'm with you.
But fuck, just go ahead and give me the Chiefs.
Good boy. Okay. Good man. I knew you could do it.
Good man.
Fucking Chiefs.
Keep it simple, stupid. Come on, man.
Give me all upsets across the board. Give me all upsets.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like I can really see Buffalo beating the Chiefs. I mean, they're
too.
Cool. And then you turn off Madden.
Whoa.
No, look. When Josh Allen
Sunday, man, there's nothing guaranteed in the NFL. I mean, hell, I never thought that I would ever see Tom Brady get a goose egg, but guess what? That happened.
Yeah,
but I mean, he's done it before. Like, it's not like when people are like, "Oh man, I can't believe the Eagles beat him in the Super Bowl," and I'm like, "Did he not like get his cheeks clapped twice by fucking Eli Manning?" Like, come on, like it's happened before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Any given Sunday. So, I mean, why can't Buffalo beat the damn Chiefs?
Because I haven't fucking seen it.
Well, guess what? If it happened Sunday, you saw it.
Good happen.
Live and in color, HD, 4K, whatever the hell you got.
This is true. Hey, man, I got a nice Roku TV.
There you go.
There you go. So, I want to pick the Chiefs, but if Buffalo wins, I mean, here we go.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, show me.
You guys got anything else before we wrap up?
Is the UFC fight this weekend?
Is that this weekend? Hold on, let me see. Usually,
all right. When are we picking USFL teams? I got to know who
just buy a USFL team, Pete. Just buy a USFL team.
I am. I'm going with the Stars. They're Philly.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. Todd, you're right. Yeah, 270s tomorrow.
Okay.
Francis Ngannou, put it to bed.
I don't know. I gotta see. I gotta look at that weigh-ins because that little photo they showed in the gym where he looked small. I was like, oh no.
Well, he already told Dana. He's like, after this fight, he's done.
Oh, okay.
This is his last fight.
Then I'm gonna go fight Jake Paul and get more money.
Well, that's why. I mean, it's all about the money now.
It's a cash grab. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Dana, like pretty much they put in the UFC in a very tight bind now because they know that the UFC is truly is over boxing, and you're talking about a card.
Boxing hasn't been relevant in 20 years.
It has its fights, but it's not talked about like the UFC. It's not like you. Look, you look more forward to UFC fights because they give you those matchups compared to boxing. You can have
the heavyweight boxing champion of the world walking to a mall, and no one will know who the fuck that guy is.
Right.
You can have the UFC world champion. They're going to know who that is.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. I mean, because there's only really 3 champions in boxing that you really know offhand, and that's Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, and one more, Canelo. Yeah.
Canelo Alvarez. Yep.
Yeah, those are the 3 that if you saw walking in the mall, you would know.
Yeah, you would know. You would definitely know Canelo.
Exactly. So like, it's not compared to the UFC. UFC has more stars, but back to the championship. I won't go with Francis, but hopefully he ain't looking as small as he was in that photo. Because if he is, I feel kind of. I don't think he's gonna win it.
Francis is just a genetic freak, regardless. I don't think it matters what kind of shape he's in.
Hey man, that's what happens when you cracking rocks with a damn, pick, all damn day,
Yeah, when you were growing up in Cameroon, yeah.
Yeah, and just constantly digging. Yeah, that's shit.
he did that for I think it was 9 years of his life or something crazy.
Like pretty much before he came to the States. I mean, and then when he even came to the States, it was just a freaking another fighter that saw how big he was, and it's just like, dude, how about you come and try that?
Yeah, right. And now
he's just like, can I get money for it?
Yeah. And now he's one of the richest UFC heavyweights ever. So
absolutely,
yeah, it's crazy.
But I'll take Francis.
Yeah, I got my money on Francis. Anybody else got anything?
No. Hopefully Simmons gets traded, and let's keep our assholes tight to see what's going to happen during this offseason, because oh Lord, let's not shit the bed.
Yeah, this offseason is going to be a roller coaster. It's going to be an absolute roller coaster. Not even just for us. So you have a bunch of different. Yeah, I think you have 8 coaching vacancies now.
Yep. I mean, that's what I'm saying. From these coaching vacancies to the GM vacancies,
all these
veteran quarterbacks up for grabs. I mean, it's
there's going to be a lot.
Yeah, we're going to see who makes the right decisions and whose franchise is going to feel the effects of it, because this is one of those turning points, and it's unfortunate. As far as if it was a super strong quarterback draft, then it really be fucked up.
Yeah. Yep.
It's gonna be a clusterfuck, and I'm here for every fucking minute.
Oh, it's gonna be a mess. As soon as the league year begins, I think it starts the 16th this year of March.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it starts at I think it's at 3 or 4 p.m. Usually it starts in March. So.
But I do gotta laugh at the disrespect for all these rookie quarterbacks, because they not even putting them in the top 10. I was like, damn. Yeah. When I saw Mel Kiper's, I was like, damn, the first quarterback is going at 19 or 20 or.
I'll guarantee that ain't happening.
Oh, I know it's definitely not happening, but it's just funny how right now they're not even trying to talk about quarterbacks, but we all know by the combine that's all you're gonna hear.
At least 3 will go top 15. I'll call that right now.
Yeah, it won't shock me, because then you'll have the pro days and then the.
Oh my God! Look at his fucking hands.
And then they'll be like, oh, look at this arm. Yeah, Mel Kiper will be like, look at this guy's arm. I haven't seen an arm like this since.
Mel Kiper is the king of backtrack. Oh, I really have my doubts, but now that I've seen his pro day and the combine, he put up good numbers. When's the Eastern Shrine game in the Senior Bowl?
That's all I care about.
That's where that's
on someone asking a super inappropriate question to one of these kids.
Oh boy, let's not.
I mean, it's going to be interesting too. I know we kind of hit on it. If Jonathan Gannon does go somewhere, or he goes and he gets a head coaching job, and we do bring in let's say it is a big guy, like a former head coach like Zimmer, he's clearly going to want input on the players that come here and the roster.
And that's why I'd rather. I would love to get Zimmer, because I know that's his strong suit is defense.
Yeah.
That'll allow Sirianni to not worry about the defense. He knows that, okay, I got a former head coach. I can truly let him do his thing. I
would worry about that a little bit, because I don't need a fucking Jim Schwartz situation.
Well, I don't see Zimmer being that, though, is because he just you served 7 years as a head coach. if he knows he's going to be a defensive coordinator, he'll talk like I know Howie. Like, this is what I'm saying. The input will be there. So he's like, okay, we took your understudy, and we started already kind of getting the idea of the defense. But now that we got you in here, tell us exactly the pieces that you need, so we can have that dominant Vikings defense that he had. What was it when we played them? I mean, they was ranking what was the Vikings defense at that?
Number 1.
Oh, they was ranked number 1?
I think so, yeah.
Yep.
Well, there you go. Get that man the pieces. And so Sirianni, I mean, it does help to have that defensive coordinator to where, you can communicate with them, but you don't have to be over there and worried about it. Because I mean, you saw Sirianni was always worried about what Jonathan Gannon was doing over there. And with Zimmerman, I'll be more comfortable with.
Yeah, you definitely need like a veteran coach in here. Absolutely, especially
because if we go Vic Fangio, you talking about really changing the whole philosophy
defense,
Yeah, and I don't see Milton Williams being like a 3-4 kind of.
No, he's not. He's not.
Exactly. So it's
Aaron Donald Jr. over there. Okay, leave him alone.
Yeah, they were comparing him to Aaron Donald.
Yeah, that still cracks me up.
I mean, he can develop into a nice player, but
he showed up. I mean,
can I just say, nothing is funnier than the fact that like everyone fucking lost their shit over that video with Howie Roseman, and now it's just like you got to clap it up because it looks like
it's not a bad pick. Yeah, it wasn't a bad pick.
Yeah, but at that time, I mean, when you see that, you see like, okay, was this overshoot? Like, especially when you talking about Aaron Donald praise, it's like, whoa, okay, we're gonna definitely keep an eye on you, and he's definitely showed some flashes. It's like, okay, it's definitely a nice piece to develop.
Yep.
Hey, man, 2 sacks, 4 tackles for loss, like 20 tackles in limited time. I'll take that from like a 4th round pick.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not upset about it. I mean, it was just one of those picks that had a little controversy surrounding it, but overall he performed, and that's what you want. We need
another 2021 draft. I'm cool. I'm golden.
Yep.
Every player on their draft board played this year. And about 95% of them did positive things.
Yeah.
Jake's buddy from LSU is the only one who didn't do much.
That's true.
Oh, damn.
For Carolina, yeah.
I mean, he was hurt. He
was, but he wasn't as productive as I thought he'd be.
It happens, man.
No, I hear you.
That's why he went in the late rounds. Is one of those that you gotta see.
Yeah. All right, but let's get out of here. Let's wrap it on up.
Yep,
Fam, we appreciate you as always. We appreciate everyone calling in. Todd, we always appreciate you. You know that.
Oh, most definitely. I appreciate you guys and always giving me allowed to speak and join on the show.
Absolutely. Fan Friday, as always, is brought to you by Gleason's Bar. Gleason's Bar is located at 6700 Mill Creek Avenue in Levittown, PA. Use promo code A2D for 10% off your order whenever you dine in, take out, or order online. Gleason's at Gleason'sBarAndSteaks.com. The website again is Gleason'sBarAndSteaks.com. We're also brought to you by FanUp. FanUp is the best way to enjoy fantasy sports, daily NFL contests, and more. Win great prizes. Sign up today using promo code A2D for 5,000 bonus points, a $50 value. Can't beat it. You cannot beat it. You looking to buy or sell a home? Looking for a change in career or brokerage? Contact Alan Foy of eXp Realty LLC at 302-682-8820 or visit them at alan.foy@exprealty.com. Fam, we appreciate you. As always, Jake Friel, Dan Shriok, Pete coming in late at the end, and then Todd down there. We'll catch you guys back next week. Later, guys.